unmute myself and hello.
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 Ew.
As you can see, we are a few members short today and a few members extra that you cannot see on the screen yet, but all will be revealed in due time. Actually it's on the
Well, we
screen
can.
right now. I can
Yeah.
just do it. I'll just do
So,
it.
we'll introduce since you'll be in the camp and the session proper when game starts, anyways. Ket is joining us today for this session. So,
Say hi to Cat, guys. Be good.
Hi.
Hi, Cat. We can
Hi,
hear
Kat.
your
Hi.
we can hear your aquarium very loud. Is that something? Do you need to have the crisp on or something?
I thought it was on. I could check.
It's better now. It was just a second ago. It was very loud.
The aquarium is back with
The
vengeance.
aquarium.
I keep thinking it's a toilet, not gonna
You
lie.
heard it?
It does sound like a
Like-
toilet.
nope, we don't hear it anymore right now.
You guys
No,
have
no.
motorized toilets?
Motorized? Yeah, we do.
Cool.
Merca, motorized our toilets.
Powered by diesel.
Oh, absolutely.
Twin turbo engine.
Damn.
Toilet seat.
That's when you drink the diesel, right?
I
Yeah.
bet someone's done it.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's why there's labels on them.
And
Mm.
here, all I ever wanted was just a Japanese toilet. You guys have expanded my worldview.
Right? So, this is session 11 of Sardowiin Adventures.
Sardine adventure.
Continuation from last session where you guys talked to Roven and Peps. Peps tried to take an orb. You guys had,
She sure tried.
yeah, you guys
Nope.
were able to stop him and had some interesting reveals.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure did.
after a bit of conversation and all that, you guys returned back to the ball,
Nice.
and you guys felt an earthquake
We sure did.
moments later. Speaking of earthquakes, you guys get another slight vision, a blur in your sight, as your eye as it shifts to
Ooh.
what looks to be the outside of the wizard's tower,
Ooh.
and
Oh,
you
hello
see
there.
That is so cool.
and you see hanging above it a portal that seems to be almost completely opened fully, and from the middle you see
Oh no, it's a housefly. Swat it quickly. Oh, I zoomed in. It's uglier. Swat it twice just to make sure.
It's a demon.
Kill
A
it!
demon fly.
and it zooms in closer and you get to see
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
The production
he-
quality atlas. Come on.
God
as,
damn.
as he peers through and
Jesus.
he just kind of gives you a glare, like as if he's looking directly at you, a glare of "I'm on my way."
I wink.
Oh shit.
I
I
glare
wink at the
back.
vision.
And the vision starts to dull, and you are back in the ballroom.
Do you want me to do the
You see,
music?
Yes.
Okay.
you see Yona extending her hands forwards, doing like a little smoochy face with her eyes closed.
Oh my god.
You are
Where
technically
did you
up.
go?
Sorry, I moved you down there because I was had to copy you guys for something. So
We doing chill stuff right now? Back to the
for now,
ball?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Back
Fair
to the
enough.
ball, hanging out. Nona, you were. I'm gonna move you back up to Angar because that's where you were
Oh
originally.
yeah, I was clutching his hand.
I was dancing with Roven.
Yep.
I believe I was sitting over here. No, I had moved over here.
Yeah.
We're not moving to the next day. We're continuing where we left off.
Yeah, we're continuing from where we left off, so that
Alright.
that way,
Yep.
if there's anything before the night ends
Yep,
that
yep,
you
yep.
guys want to do.
Okay, so Nona would be like,
One of us already got laid.
she'd be with her eyes closed, doing a smoochy face against Angar instead of into empty space. I guess that works out even better.
Oh,
And he,
go for it. Get some.
he kind of you see his skin start to turn a little redder as he
Cute.
looks you in the eyes, and I have never oh, this is all new to me. He kind of like waves his hand around to like the room.
When Nona realizes it's actually Angar and not the vision, she'd be like, trying to act a little bit shy. I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. Either way, yeah, there was something I wanted to discuss with you. Just make sure you're in the Eastern Tower 30 minutes after midnight.
uh,
Okay.
oh, okay.
She winks at him
Wow.
and then darts off,
Wow.
twisting her booty as she does
Damn.
walk away.
You kind of like, if you take a second glance, like as you're walking away, he
Yeah.
kind of like puts his one hand across his chest and kind of like places his elbow like kind of like thinking a bit as he's like kind of looks around after your inquiry. He's just kind of like as if he's actually like fully thinking it through, like, what should I do? Should I do this?
Oh my god, he's cute.
Well,
Alright.
she'll look over her shoulder and do like a little sly wave with just her fingers.
Oh
He
my-
he slightly waves back.
All right, let's see if he is a man of his word.
Damn.
All right. Rose for the time being is off doing some side things, so
Mhm.
she'll be busy for this session. Riley will be off doing side things as well.
Mhm.
So
Was probably requested for a performance somewhere else. Should Catliana still be on the map then?
Yeah,
Alright.
because
Alright.
you guys
okay.
still haven't made the connection that Riley and Catley
Yeah.
are in. Yeah.
But
So-
basically, if Riley was too far away, because he has a range, right? So if
Uh,
Riley
I-
is too far away,
yeah.
Catliana cannot be here. But I'm just saying, if Catliana is here, that's fine.
Yeah, I think it's like 100 yard, 100 meters, something like that. I don't remember the full.
That's not too far then. She should still be within the castle grounds and with close to this room for Catliana to be in this
Yeah.
room. So yeah, as long as that's the case, that's fine.
Yeah, it's more like she blends into the crowd right now. So
Mhm, mhm.
yeah. But that way, Catliana can still be like the eyes and ears for
Absolutely.
Riley.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Rook and Liliana and Nona, would you like to guys? Would you guys like to do?
Well, for starters, I'm gonna look at this cat that just sat down next to me, and
Lick,
Oh.
lick, lick.
this thing again. Fine, you can have it. He's gonna get up and leave. He doesn't even want to fuck with Cat Leon. No. Bad
Catliana
experiences.
is just stretching across all this space she's just acquired and gets on the softest spot where Rook was sitting.
Is it warm now?
spot.
Warm,
Mission
yeah,
accomplished.
warm spot.
I've got what I want.
Smells some
Wouldn't
chicken in
Catliana
the air.
be- Wouldn't she be hunting Oko-san?
Yeah, she's like
Okay.
eyeballing him a little
She's
bit.
eyeballing him.
She's
Okay,
eyeballing him.
so So Okasan, his eyes are on either side of his head, and neither of them look in the right direction. But one eye is definitely trained on that cat, and he hisses at it and kind of shoos it like, go, shoot, shoot, and then he's just gonna and like start scurrying this way. And when he walks, he has one of his wings out in front of his face like a vampire with a cape, and that's how
Oh,
he
no.
walks around.
I love it.
Yeah. Can we get the art?
And he's
Yes.
he has a rope around his waist, and hanging
it.
from the rope around his waist are multiple glass bottles that tank together, and then strapped to his back is just a big fucking piece of wood. You don't know what it is.
I fucking love it.
I'm
Oh my
afraid.
goodness.
Oh, our new avian overlords.
And
We'll
he's
be
gonna go
fine.
up to the closest person with a plate, just walk right up to them and start aggressively pecking at their plate.
Yes. Good
No.
mates.
Minx is just holding her plate, and she kind of like sees you start to peck at it, and just like shoves the plate into you.
He
And just
drops
kinda-
it and walks away.
Oh my
Rook,
god.
having just witnessed this,
Can-
scurries over to the other two. Well,
Can
scurries
I-
over to Liliana, laughing and pointing over to Minx. Can you see that?
yeah.
That was
You can-
great.
Can I
You can roll to see
roll
if
to
you saw
check if I saw that? Yeah. I would love to see that. Please, guys.
I would like to assist you in seeing that.
Oh my god.
Oh, I mean, I'm pointing it out. So
Do I roll with advantage or not?
But did you
Okay.
see me?
oh,
Oh,
Yep.
oh,
you did.
Liana
You
saw
saw
me.
it. Uh,
Oh, you're
did
on stealth. Okay.
mhm.
So I guess
Let me roll.
Liliana was
Oh.
just like at the end of the dance with Rowan and heard Rook laughing from
Level.
afar, and looked at Minx and saw the whole exchange with Oxen, and she's kind of
Ooh,
like
that-
chuckling a little bit now.
See everything.
Yona's in the zone.
Holy shit!
Yona
I
can see
see
God.
the colors of the wind.
You worked this ballroom so long that you know every inch of it, so you're
Yeah.
aware of everything.
One of these is not like the others.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
I guess before leaving off, Liliana will just ask Rowan, "Will I see you later tonight or tomorrow?"
Would you prefer to see me later tonight?
She'll smile a little bit. "If that is your wish, my lord."
I'd enjoy having you.
Very well, then I'll see you later. She'll give him a little wink.
No,
Yeah,
he's eavesdropping.
Miss Nonna, anything you'd like to report?
Oh, nothing. I was just stretching my legs
Splendid.
as she walks away.
Rook is standing here staring, kind of in surprise at Valyria, just, I don't know, sort of awestruck.
Mhm.
Yeah, have
Oh.
we seen a bird before, like a arakocra or
Kenku.
kenku? That's not common at all, right? In here.
Not always, not really. It's very. I'll say it's uncommon to see kinku.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm gonna stand here, mouth kind of open, staring at Okasan.
Yeah, I think Liliana would be super interested too.
I am wearing very fancy clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, most fascinating.
Most birds
Like,
are
I
nowhere
could-
naked.
Yeah. As someone who sticks out a little bit with my oddities, I am dressed for the occasion.
Huh.
Nona will trail you.
We
Rook is pointing directly at Okasan and saying to
Okasan's
Liliana,
gonna whip
loudly.
his whole head around behind himself to look directly at Yona with one eye,
Oh,
and
"Oh
then
no!"
he's gonna keep looking at you but walk away.
oh my god.
she'll pick up the pace. Wide-eyed. Index finger pointing directly at you.
He's gonna walk a little faster.
Rook is also standing over here pointing at Okusan and announcing loudly to Liliana, "What is that thing?"
I
Oi.
am curious as well. Let us find out, I
Slow
suppose.
down.
Liliana will follow, but with a slow step. She's not gonna rush. She's gonna look dignified.
Rook
Person.
stands in place, digging through his bags for a moment, and produces a large sack, and then goes running toward Okusan with the sack wide open, prepared to catch him.
Rook, I believe this is a guest here. Look at their clothes. They're
Oh.
quite refined, wouldn't you
I
say?
am
Rook
in the process of
puts the
verifying
sack
that.
down.
What's your name? Are you on the list?
Okasan's gonna strut up to you, his hand still in front of his face,
Oh my god.
and repeat back to you in your own voice.
Oh no.
Pretty bird told to be here. Pretty bird.
Huh.
Uh,
Most
she'll look over to
interesting.
Liliana and Rook and shrug.
Rook will put his own arm in front of his face and then speak to Okusan. Pretty Goliath, big mountain.
Liliana
Oh,
will
I see.
Liliana will take a bow, like kind of show respect to Oxen, a respectful bow, and introduce herself. My name is Liliana Chernay. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Okasan's gonna puff his feathers up at that. Oh yes, some respect.
Roll.
And he will aggressively grab your hand and shake it very hard. And go.
Liliana will try to
Okusan.
keep up. Oh, Oxen? It is a pleasure to meet you indeed, Oxen. Do you mind me asking, what are you?
Yeah.
Pretty bird.
Clearly, he's
I
a
see.
bird.
Nod.
Have you never seen a bird, little one?
Not one with fancy clothes walking around the ballroom and talking, no.
Oh, I
Most
thought that
birds I
was-
know are naked.
I thought that was just his plumage.
Liliana will kind of curiously examine Oxan's feathers and everything without touching them, but just like eyeballing them very clearly. Very curious. And how human are you exactly? How long do you live?
Okasan's just gonna cock his head at you at that. And then he's just gonna kind of shrug, and then in a little child's voice, he's gonna say, "Want to hear a song?"
Yes, I would love to.
Oh my goodness.
Okasan's
sing.
gonna take out from behind his back that you didn't notice before a handmade bagpipe, and he's gonna start serenading you.
Oh my god.
Nona is gonna pull up her horn and try
Performance
and
roll!
tune in. I'm gonna provide
God,
you
I
with
hope
like
I
the
roll bad.
bass line.
Yep. That'd be hilarious.
Dang it, I rolled
Song. This
Okay, if
reminds
you-
me of the anthem of my people.
Hmm.
It certainly sounds bird-like.
good. Okasan's gonna be marching in place while he's playing this too. And it's loud. It is, especially if you're standing right next to him, it is fucking loud.
Liliana
Look,
will
it's-
step back then.
Rook is clapping along like a fool, enjoying every moment of it.
I'm blowing a war horn, so it must be loud as well.
Liliana is stepping back even further.
Yes, this reminds me of the mountains and my people.
Rook, do the drums.
I don't have any.
Stomp your feet.
Rook begins stomping his feet in rhythm.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Oh my god.
That's it. Sardowiin, first album out now
Yep.
on iTunes.
Oh my god. I gotta change the music for this. I'm sorry.
What kind of tune is it? Is it like playful or just chaotic
So-
and run?
Pretty bird, what do you taste like?
Okasan's gonna take one of his own feathers off of his arm and shove it in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Rook is going to chew on it for a minute and spit it out. Tastes gross. Okay, we won't eat you.
Oh, I want to try as well. Nona will pick up the feather with all the slime and saliva, stuff it in her mouth, and start chewing. Mm, it's got texture like
Very
chicken.
sticky.
Once they've kind of calmed down with the music, Liliana will get closer, interested in those feathers that they're eating. She'll put her hand out for one as well from Oxan.
Yeah, sure. He'll take a feather off and shove it in your mouth.
Liliana will take it out of her mouth and actually pocket it. For
So Liliana,
yeah.
I would like you to make a perception check.
Okay.
It's just like chicken, but without the meat.
Rook nods in agreement.
Boy.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Okay.
I see nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't even see that
Beautiful.
feather in front of me.
Wow, this floor is black and white.
Oh my god.
Oh look, there's a bird.
No, it's a plane.
One other thing. Now that you're standing right next to him, Okasan has a little stopwatch connected to his vest, and it is running backwards.
A curious watch.
Rook reaches out and pokes the watch directly with one big finger.
Okasan
What's
slaps
this?
your hand away.
Oh, sorry. By the way, my name's Rook, and he presents a large Goliath hand to Okasan.
Yeah. He'll nibble on your hand a little bit.
All right, roll athletics.
Oh no.
It's gonna be like the day that you lose to a bird.
Oh my god. Nearly.
Right.
So
Well,
close!
as you go to bite his hand, his other hand will reach up and land on top of Okasan's beak, and he'll begin to shake the beak as though shaking his hand furiously. You're a wonderful musician. It's been an honor to meet you.
Okasan's gonna start squawking and try to get off.
He'll let go immediately.
Huh. Curious. And where are you from, Okusan?
In your voice, he will say, around. Around. Somewhere close.
Michael.
But he looks confused at this answer. He's not quite sure.
Around here? I have never seen anyone quite like you before.
Rook stands up tall and begins looking around the ballroom. So you mean your nest is in this room?
Are you from inside this thing that spins round and around? She points directly at your pocket watch.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Intelligence 10, I'm sorry.
Okasan's just gonna blankly stare. He's gonna look at you so that he's facing straight at you, so both eyes are going off to either direction, and he's just gonna stare. Because he doesn't understand the question.
Oh, I guess not. Wow, it's a pleasure to meet you, odd bird. I am Yona.
Yona.
I like
And
the
then
way
he'll
you
stop
say
for a
it.
second and kind of cock his head. Not Nona?
Ooh,
No,
ooh.
I am Yona.
Yona.
But
Yona.
Agreed. This is Yoda. Nona is a maid in the castle. I can understand your confusion.
yeah, we look alike.
Rook nods enthusiastically.
Liliana is kind of just holding her eyebrows to release the tension.
She can't handle any of that anymore.
I'm done with life things.
Yeah, yeah.
What did I do to deserve these barbarians?
So done.
Rook is over here ribbing Yona. I think she bought it.
So, Okusan, what are your skills? What do you excel at? Is it music?
Obviously, Did you not hear that glorious music?
I, I did.
Okasan will do a little dance for you. It's a lot of kicking, a lot of scratting.
Liliana's gonna clap at that once you're done, respectfully. Clap, clap.
You're just gonna squat and observe the rapid movement of your lower extremities.
Rook is gonna clap
Fascinating.
in tune with the dancing and just sort of laugh jovially, just very much into all this display.
How can one learn such speed? You must be very strong.
Huh.
It's the gift of the dancers.
So you're saying I should practice dancing?
Yes, it strengthens you in more ways than you may realize.
Yona hops up and starts tippity tapping.
No, bigger movements. Imagine you're in combat.
Oh, okay.
No weapon.
She starts doing lunges.
Rook nods. Good. This is much better. This is what we call dancing in my tribe.
Yes, really gets you pumping.
Wow.
Okasan will copy you. He's gonna start doing some lunges.
Hell yeah.
Liliana will keep her distance again, just observing the whole thing.
Rook will
And-
also back up.
And she'll kind of analyze that feather while they're dancing. Can she take some time to like analyze the feather, see what she gets from it, like on nature or something?
Yes. So first you can roll me another perception and then roll me a nature.
Yep. Oh, finally I can see. Oh my god.
Okay. That's enough. You after kind of like twirling after like talking and twirling it a bit in your hand, you finally take another look at the feather and get a closer look at it. It looks oddly familiar, like an oddly familiar feather that you've seen before.
Oh!
Oh no.
I get it! Huh.
Catch us up.
I will take out Antoine's gun from my inventory and look at the feather that I found inside of that.
Wait, what? You still have the gun?
I do. I still have Antoine's gun, and there was a feather inside of it. I will compare
You
both
never
feathers.
returned it.
I never returned it for a fucking reason, clearly.
Liliana, I don't believe such weapons are allowed here.
Oh,
Put that
I-
away or I'll have to take it.
I do apologize. I was just checking this feather that I found inside of it. I do not know how to use this anyway, so you should not be alarmed, but I appreciate your professionalism in this environment.
Mm-hmm.
May I
does
have
this
a closer
imply?
look?
Liliana will put the gun back in her inventory and she'll like look at the two feathers and show them to Nona
Aw.
as well.
Well, I would
The
imagine
feathers,
Rook
not the
can-
gun.
I wanted to
I
see
would
the gun.
imagine Rook can connect the dots because he was present for the whole thing when she found Antoine.
Well, you are guarding the
Oh,
door.
did you never? True. So
Yeah,
I guess
so-
you never told me about the pistol and the feather.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at it too then.
Yeah, I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. This was Antoine's gun. I confiscated it from his body, and she will look at Antoine at the end of the right here, sitting.
You kind of, as you look at him, like across the way, he kind of is peering across the room, and you notice that it seems like he hasn't changed where his gaze has been
Where is his gaze?
towards you guys.
Toward us.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
He's like fixated on us.
Did Oxan react when I pulled out the gun? I wasn't hiding it or anything, so I would imagine he would have seen it.
Well, that depends. Is it shiny?
Yes, it's let me. I'm gonna repost the picture of
Yeah,
Antoine. That way you can see like the gun, because it's on his side. But
Okay.
Why did you steal Antoine's gun? He was supposed to guard that ex-boyfriend of yours.
Okasan's gonna
Indeed,
walk
same
over
question.
and inspect the gun.
It's
He'll hold his hand out politely to see it.
she'll take it out again and she'll show it to them.
He's gonna make a grabby hand for it.
No, I'm gonna slap his hand. I mean, you can
Really?
roll for it if you want.
He's
Can I
gonna
assist?
squawk at you and like reel back like you've just insulted him.
It is not mine to give. I should probably return it, speaking of.
Why do you have it at all?
I took it so that Damiko could not use it. It was in a position where he could have used it against me, so I took it so he wouldn't use it.
You should destroy it.
It is not mine to destroy. This is evidence.
Evidence. I see, I see.
Evidence?
Where would you return it to then?
There's options.
Such as?
Exchange for information.
Rook looks around the ballroom and then looks Okusan up and down. So you think maybe this bird has information?
The bird? I don't know. Are the feathers the same?
Can I roll nature to try and tell, or?
My nature
Yeah,
is
you can-
14. I don't know if that's enough.
I would like to roll as well.
You can roll as well, and you guys can roll. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
They're both feathers.
They are clearly of the same
but-
bird.
Yes, you can tell that they are of the same birds.
Yeah, sorry, I
Then-
just kind of figured.
To that
Yeah, you're good.
To that comment, Liliana will turn to Oxan and show the feathers and be like, "Now tell me, Mr. Oxan, or Miss Oxan, I'm not sure. Why is your feather in this gun? How did it end up there?"
Okasan's going to hold his finger up to his beak and make a shushing noise.
Huh. Of
Shall
course.
I use the bag?
No. We should go somewhere more private and speak. Liliana will look at Oxan to see if he's in agreement that we should do that.
He's not agreeing.
Rook will stroke his beard a bit, and then pull some rations out from his loins, hold them out to Okusan.
Wow.
Will you come with us for this?
Okasan will start eating.
He'll pull away as Okusan takes a few pecks
Oh
and
my
then start
God.
walking away, guiding
Okasan
Okusan
will
with him.
follow. Okasan will follow. Yes.
Crumbs.
To the left, where shall we go?
Yeah, sure. Let's go and find a room that is like more private.
What is
Lore.
the time, by the way? Like in game?
What?
Time in game.
Time in game, yeah.
He has an appointment to make.
I have 2 dates.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Midnight
Someone's busy.
and at
Saucy.
1:30 midnight.
It is 9 o'clock right now.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
we have time. Plenty of time.
Have
Let's
time.
go interrogate the bird. Come on, Okusan. It'll be okay. Last person we did this with turned out fine.
Yeah, he's in a really comfy room with a zone of truth in it.
Uh-huh.
He's
Mhm.
very comfortable.
Uh-huh.
I'm so proud I found this room.
Mhm.
Like, I
So,
went inside
Atlas?
and realized so many things about myself.
Do you have anything prepared for us, or?
So, well, you guys would be going up to one of your rooms that you had
Sure.
gotten.
We can
Yeah,
do that.
we're,
If it's close and like private, definitely.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Yep. So let me move this.
We can go to Clint's toilet.
Wow.
Perfect.
I'm sure that Riley's still locked in there.
Hey, we figured it out. That's where we're at.
I was just locked in
Just
the
locked-
bathroom.
Bathroom again.
You just ate too many tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
Where
Now
was
she's got
Liliana and this?
Some runny business going on.
Where did I? Oh, she's just in the. Okay. All right. So
I'm just
that's
chilling.
all figured out. Yep. No, I was just figuring out where you were on the map because I was like, everyone was in beds and stuff, and then you were in the king and queens.
Mm-hmm.
What was I doing there? Oh my goodness.
You talked to them. You went to go warn them, and then everyone
Oh
got
yeah,
teleported.
true. I remember.
Mhm.
I did.
Oh, we're on the right side. In the middle.
We are actually in Clint's bathroom. Anyway.
Yep.
Wonderful.
He told me that.
Amazing.
He told me that's where I put y'all.
Yay.
So we'll come into this room, which I'm assuming is Clint's room. Looks private enough. We barge in, we close the door. So, Okusan, would you like to tell us how your feather ended up in an interrogation room?
Maybe they were dating.
Rook pivots around and positions himself to block the exit.
Inside of a gun that was very much in the hands of a dead man?
Oh, it was inside. Hmm. Tell us, Bird, are you friend or foe?
Let's see. I gotta read up on a spell real quick.
Do it.
Okay.
Take your time. Bum, bum, bum. Wait, more interrogation music. This is good though.
Right? It's pretty.
Okasan is going to cast Minor Illusion
Oh my god.
in his hand, and he is
Okusan
going
casts
to show you a couple flashes of images with various sounds attached to them.
Okay.
The first one is going to be an image of an invitation to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is going to be, it's an image of kind of like a vague humanoid kind of figure, and it's going to say, it's a little garbled, but it basically says, "Come find me." And the last is going to play a tune that is very clear, and it is. Let me find it.
Do we recognize the figure, or is it just like a shadowy figure?
It's just a shadowy figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yona, that looks like her father.
Wow.
Come and find me. That's what he said, I remember.
Who said that, Nona? Yona?
The one who gave life to me.
Oh. And did you
It's
find
gonna
him?
say. It's gonna say. Zan's coming back.
Zan?
And it's a little tune of someone singing the lyrics, "Zan's coming back."
Zan? Do we know who Zan is? That's literally the same
Sounds like
notes
an
I just
exotic
wrote.
meal.
Well, Atlas knows what this is.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you can't remember, I can send you a message. So whatever rolls Atlas wants you to make to understand what this is.
Mhm.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely focusing clearly on this image and trying to interpret it. What might I want to roll?
Mhm.
Um,
I'm focusing on the humanoid figure, trying to figure out if it's my dad. That's it.
Wow. I'm focusing on this Zan fellow and who that is.
I'm helping.
I'm also focused more on the tomb,
whoops,
just because it's the last thing that came
Ugh,
up.
I can't spell. Look at me not knowing how things are.
Are the illusions like in playing in parallel to one another, or does it flash from one to the other?
There are flashes of one to the other. It's like
Okay.
I assume they're like broken up.
Yeah. They're broken up.
I suppose this bird has issues talking.
mhm.
And in your voice, he will not quite nod, but he will give you like a little curtsy and go, "Kenku."
Kenku. Liliana will take a note of that.
Maybe they find it easier to sing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to me that they are good at imitating. Am I correct?
Yeah, he'll nod at that.
Mm-hmm.
Rook will toss a bit of ration to Oxon for
He'll eat
being
it.
compliant. Good. Continuing answering the questions.
I think this will be a difficult conversation.
I think I have an idea.
Yes,
May
Rook?
I try it?
Oh, well. By all means,
you-
as long as it doesn't endanger anyone.
No, of course not.
Very
It
well
And-
then.
seems to be well versed in the visionary arts. Maybe we give them some paper to draw on.
That's actually what I was gonna do.
Ah,
Yeah, basically, Rook is gonna sit down in front of Okusan and hand him a piece of chalk, and then
Huh.
motion around the stone room, the stone chamber we're in. Can you tell us more with this?
A splendid idea.
she's gonna eat it.
And he
Ooh.
demonstrates
Okay,
how it
this
works.
this should probably be an intelligence check that's going to be
Yes.
slightly high to get. But he
Yes.
is going to start drawing out lines and squares and circles and details on the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like blueprints.
So, Okasan, I would like for you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. What the hell? Oh my god.
Oh, not bad.
That's fine.
So you're able to hold on to not wanting to eat the chalk.
Oh yeah, I knew it.
Oh my god. Resist the urge.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, but if you guys want to make a guess at what it is I'm drawing out.
Rook strokes his beard as Oksan does his thing and rolls intelligence because, well, he's trying to figure it out, so I'm going to roll in.
Okay.
Lines and
see?
circles and details.
To him, it looks like blueprints or layout of a structure.
Liliana will
think-
look back at the gun and see if there's any resemblance. Should I
Okay.
roll
Also do an
anything?
int check.
Are we all doing
Uh,
an in check?
This
Yeah.
looks like a tree.
Alright.
Is this a tree? Do you come from a tree?
Oh wow! I'm so smart,
Hey!
guys! I'm so
Damn.
smart! Oh my god!
Liliana, you know exactly what this is. Okasan is drawing out in detail the exact layout of the entire castle.
Oh, hey, I was somewhat right, too.
Oh my goodness. Okusan, why do you have this information?
What does it mean?
It is a layout of this castle. Miss Nona, do you mind looking at it and seeing if the secret tunnels are also included?
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
gonna do exactly that.
Yep,
What do
so
I roll, Atlas?
Well, since you're now pointed out, it's been pointed out to you. You yourself know where the secret tunnels are in
Yeah.
retrospect of the map. So you seeing the map, you can see if there's where there would be drawn in secret tunnels, or if they're not there, if it's just because they don't know about them.
Mm-hmm. So are they present?
They are.
Okusan, how do you
You-
have this information?
She'll relay that information, yes.
Are you a spy?
This is the most detailed map of this castle.
Okasan's gonna then do minor illusion again and play a tune that says "Hush, onward comes the dragons."
Dragons?
The orbs, obviously. Oksan, are you in possession of one?
Okasan's gonna look at you like there's not a thought going through his fucking head. And he's going to repeat the message like you're the stupid one and says, "Hush, onward comes the dragons."
Hmm.
And they want us to be quiet.
I will not wait quietly for dragons. When did the dragons come?
There is so much we are missing here. Okusan, who are you?
Okasan's just gonna say, pretty bird, pretty bird.
Nona is gonna excuse herself and dart off to the nearest library.
Do you do you know Sir Antoine Okusan?
He'll repeat the question back to you.
I used to know him for a brief moment before he died.
3 minutes, 47 seconds. That's all I knew him for.
Most interesting. Good to know that you are keeping such track.
Rook nods a few times. There was nothing else going on for me at the time, so I began counting the bricks.
I see.
Atlas, can I find a book on maybe counts or lineages of like avian folk, bird people? Something that will help us with the investigation here.
Sure. If you want to give me a perception check to, investigation check to look around the.
Okay.
I'll be right back. I just gotta pee.
All good.
19.
19. So you are
Hell
able.
yeah.
You are able to find a book, just like that.
Excellent. She'll grab it together with the nearest other couple of books and just carry them all, just in case, back to the room.
Never
Mhm.
know.
One of the books you see that you grab, just kind of briefly, all you see is like overworking your maid. 10 tips to lessen the load.
Oh.
Oh no.
She's gonna pocket those two. I'll save this for later. Seems interesting.
Rook will look back to Nona or Yona as she enters the room. What do you have there?
So in my lunch breaks, I picked up a couple of books over the past few weeks, and I remember reading something about birds, and there were pictures too. So, you want to see?
Birds, you say?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's have a look.
Might help us identify who this fella is, and why does he have such secret information about this castle. All right, we flip over and
Is this a book on
Okay.
bird races, or literally a book about birds?
Oh, there's a book on birds, like different like well, so it's a book on birds and of the region that are both indigenous and are uncommon to find.
right.
And you kind of like, as you're going through, you do see a bunch of like species that kind of maybe maybe match, but then it's kind of like no, and you keep going more and more.
Wait, that one. Rook will slam his hand on the page and it just lands on a flamingo. Look, they're pink.
Yeah, but the legs are longer.
No, you're right. Keep looking.
Maybe this one points at the pigeon.
Close. But the color's all wrong, see?
Oh yeah, you're right. Liliana, are you back?
I am back. I'm enjoying watching you guys go through the book.
We're
having a
browsing a
great
bird
time.
encyclopedia.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
help.
Can I help them with?
Okusan also occasionally slams his hand down and points at a bird that clearly has nothing to do with his species.
Wow.
Oh, you like that one, don't you? Yes.
Pretty bird, pretty bird.
Pretty bird.
Yes, very pretty bird. Look at the beak on it. The linked on it is magnificent. I bet you would love this bird, right? He's pointing at a
Ooh.
toucan with a big rainbow beak.
Can I roll investigation to help them as well to look for whatever it is in the books that can help?
Yes, you can.
Oh well, never mind.
I guess since I'm investigating, I should roll too.
Yeah, that's a pretty bird.
You can't come in. You're just like you see like a finch, and you're like, oh, that looks really pretty.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Of course. Wow, look at all these nat 20s. Just like
Wow!
Right.
Wow!
Well done.
Wow!
Oh, I'm
look.
gonna use my +1 on that, so it's a 23.
Damn!
All right.
Dang.
So, you keep flipping through, and you're like now at this point you've gone through you've been going through this book like 16 times, and like
Oh no.
you get to and you finally it's kind of like you've been going through, so like you've been skipping pages trying to like get through the book to figure something out, and then like on like after a couple of times going through it, you finally get to a page, and you're like holding it, and you look up at Okasan, but you look at the picture again, and you look at what looks to be like a small creature that looks like a dove, and that's a dove that kind of matches the same
General structure.
yeah.
Hmm. Dove.
So you are a dove?
Dove?
Yes, it seems to match. And Rook holds the book out to show to Okasan first, and then to Liliana and Yona in turn.
Yes, they look similar.
Pretty
You
bird.
look here and here, the legs are the same, and the way the wing marches into the back. You can tell that it's hollow at this point here and here.
Indeed.
But that bird is not wearing clothes.
You would make a great lab assistant, Rook. I should think about this.
Rook nods a few times. I am well versed in the natural world, at least.
Splendid. I have plenty of lab rats I take care of.
Rats?
Liliana will take one of the rats out of her breeding bag and show them like an actual living, breeding rat kind of wriggling in her hand. Rats.
Are they alive?
Yep,
Yeah,
they're
They're
alive.
alive.
May I
Oksan's gonna try to eat it.
Oh no!
Oh, he can have it. For all Liliana will just willingly give the rat to Oxan. I've got plenty where that came from. You can have that one.
He's gonna do that awful bird thing where it's just a little bit too big for him to swallow easily, and so he's just gonna be like like trying to swallow it whole.
Wait, here, let me help you. And Rook will reach out and grab the rat by the tail, pull it out, and snap it in half, and then hand it back to Okasan.
Wow, that's
Okasan's
gross.
gonna shove it all in his mouth at the same time, anyways, and try to swallow it again.
Wow, that's
Rook will
positively
just
gross.
facepalm. Sorry.
You've got a little blood and rat guts around your beak.
Oh, I see. This is emergency food.
Ah,
Yeah, it's smart
I-
to keep these.
No, don't
I-
eat it.
I use them for experiments and they help me in battles. I take their life as my own in a way.
Interesting. Among my tribe, we'll use the rats to feed the more carnivorous animals.
Hmm.
In my tribe, they call people like you rats. She chuckles a bit.
I should like to meet your tribe. I will become a mountain they cannot climb.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
So
I have not reached a state where I can return home.
Return? What do you mean?
Are you familiar with tribal exile?
Unfortunately, yes.
Hmm. She'll just express some sadness for a second, looking down, and
Is it
then
you or someone you know?
when the time is right, I'll share more details. We have a more pressing matter at hand.
Of
Rook will
course.
nod a few times and look back to Oksan.
As you wish, Miss Yona. We are here when you wish to share that story.
Hmm.
So, Mr. Okusan, Liliana's still like very confused about the gender. Perhaps you can enlighten us how your feather ended up in Antoine's gun. Do you have any idea? Have you met him before? Or perhaps you have met an individual called Damiko.
Instead of answering, Okasan is gonna do like a full body, like kind of like wiggle and ruff all of his feathers. And a fuck ton of little like undercoat feathers are just gonna fall out onto the floor.
Oh, I see. Your feathers could easily end up anywhere. I still find it quite peculiar that they ended up in this specific place. And she'll look back down at the gun.
Yara will pick up a bunch of feathers and stuff them in her mouth.
Wow.
Oh, not chicken, dove. That's right. I should remember that.
Of course. Well, I see. This has been very insightful, Mr. Oxan. Thank you very much for the information. If you have any further information about these individuals, you know where to find us. We'll be around. And Liliana points to where her room is in the castle. I don't know where it is, but she's gonna point at that direction.
Oh, like on the map?
Okay,
Yeah,
welcome back.
this is where
It's-
I
Oh.
am staying.
I don't know if you saw that cat where I.
Oh,
Pinged.
no, I didn't. I'm too zoomed in. Go on, do it again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Because, like I said, you're close to.
Roven! Yeah, nice.
Hmm.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of getting caught up.
So, perhaps we should make our way and rest for the night. Or perhaps you would like to join me in talking to Sinister real quick before we have a proper interrogation with everyone. I wish to ask him a few questions. Rook, maybe you would like to join me?
I recommend we bring Yona as well, and perhaps
Of
our new,
course.
perhaps our new
Yeah.
friend here.
I think the interrogations I've witnessed so far haven't really proved fruitful at all, and they're kind of boring.
Perhaps you would like to enlighten us.
Well, we haven't really been able to.
I suppose
You
you
know.
have prior engagements, don't you?
We haven't really been able to procure the information we were after. So, to
We
me,
procured-
interrogations are kind of boring.
We procured other information, but yes, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I'm feeling very tired, and she'll stretch, cracking her bones. I'll probably call it an early night. You know, I have loads of work tomorrow.
Can
Very well.
I insight check her?
Sure, you can insight check.
Because
I
that's
will
very
deception her.
yeah. No,
Okay.
no, no. Like, if that's okay with you, Bug.
Yeah, I'll deception.
I
What
will-
believes it wholeheartedly.
What am I rolling again? Insight.
Insight.
You gotta beat 21.
Ooh, ooh.
And you did.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Holy crap!
I was like,
Jeez.
wow, gotta be a 21. It looked up because I didn't notice it first.
Ooh.
God damn.
Are you no longer guarding the door?
Oh,
No.
as you moved, I moved back to it.
Okay, so Liliana, you know.
Liliana knows that you're lying, but she'll do nothing about it. She'll just acknowledge that you have something you want to do, and she'll make a note of that, but she'll not say anything about it right now.
Yeah, it's not typical for Yona to be tired unless she's been raging for like
That's
10 minutes.
yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I
Well,
thought.
she's been bitching for 10 minutes.
what. If you excuse me,
Of
I bid
course.
you good night.
I hope you have a fruitful evening.
And she'll head straight to the Eastern Tower.
As you
whoever
leave
that
the
is.
door, Okasan's gonna turn invisible and walk out the door behind you.
Okay.
Liliana will look at Rook. Did you see the bird?
I think I did. What was that?
Where is Okusan?
I don't know. He was just here. And Rook is like holding his arm out and waving at the spot Okusan disappeared in. But
Amazing.
he's clearly not.
Liliana takes out her notebook and writes down Kenku Okusan, ability to disappear.
Do you think all dove can disappear?
Perhaps we need more test subject to find out.
Well, invisibility has verbal components, so you would have heard the squawking before he
Yeah.
disappeared. Yeah.
In whatever language I speak in.
Yeah, I imagine Okusan was probably walking and saying random stuff the whole time, probably cussing us out, and we just don't
Mhm.
understand it.
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome.
He
Nice.
also doesn't really blink either.
Ever?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Ever.
Nice.
Excellent.
Taking notes. Does not blink. Most
Pretty
cuties
Very.
can only
How do you
repeat
recommend we
words.
proceed?
I believe Okusan will make himself known when he wishes to. I have told him where my room is. For the time being, we should go and talk to Sanista. I have a feeling that he knows more about Tulok than he leads on. This is why I asked you to join me.
Very well. Let us go.
Atlas, which area are we gonna designate as the Eastern Tower?
Well, east is where we are right now. That's the
Yeah.
east.
So it's gonna be above this place, I guess.
Oh, we'll vacate and you can just go back into the same room.
That would be
Okay.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like when you're like saying
God.
bye and then you walk in the same direction.
Just
No, she's gonna
imagine-
hide behind a pillar, wait for you to pass on the left and rotate to the right, unseen.
Just imagine the first person you bring in, they're gonna see like half a rat laying around
And a lot of feathers.
and a lot of feathers and blood everywhere.
So
Oh my
it's
goodness.
it's gonna be
This
what's his
tower is
face?
where they're gonna be at.
Yeah, it's
is
gonna
where
be
they're
Bronx first and then Anger.
Poor
Yeah.
Clyde. His
And
room
I've
is
called
being
it early so
desecrated.
I can clean up a little bit and prepare and set the mood and everything.
Wow, what are you doing? Please enlighten us. How are you setting the mood?
Okay, well, she's gonna go and pick up from the maid's quarters, just black curtains and like duvets and bed covers and a bunch of candles.
A full
Rose
makeover of the
petals.
room.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I
She's
feel
gonna
sorry
spend
for
some time,
Clyde.
some
Yeah.
effort,
Oh my.
Clint?
and
I keep calling him
maybe
Clyde.
some, yeah,
It's
maybe
okay.
some aromatic
It's fine.
oils. You know,
Right. Some incense.
yeah, some incense.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Make it real nice and cozy. And a bunch of blindfolds. She will repurpose some sheets into blindfolds.
No leashes.
And some of them into like restraints.
Okay.
Alright. I like where this is going.
And that's where I'm gonna park it while you guys have your investigation. I'll be right back.
Oh my god.
Okay, so you guys are gonna be out of that room. Nona's gonna be in there, prepping. You there?
Wait, where is Sinista?
Oh, don't worry, I got that all set up right now.
Okay. Take your
Y'all
time.
are gonna
take
be
your
going
time.
to a special room.
Oh my goodness. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hey, is that a zone of truth? Wonderful, my favorite.
With an it's 2-in-1 special. It's an anti-magic, so that the person in it can't move, but the room itself is or like like this line here,
The green line?
so where you see the platform,
Mm-hmm.
the top area, the 3,
Mm-hmm.
it continues that half of the room over to the left is the zone of truth itself.
Wait, we are inside the zone of truth now as well?
You're not. So like
Oh,
you're on
okay.
the edge of it. Like
Okay, yeah.
if you were to move a square to the
So
left,
this
you
is in
would
the
be
zone of truth?
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is not. Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So I am in the zone of truth then?
no,
No,
you're
no,
not.
no. So just the
Okay.
left side of the map. So like
It's inside the green thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
hmm So like if you guys were to go anywhere on that left side.
Now,
you
can
would
we
use it.
see this green circle?
Yeah, because you can see that it's got like runes and stuff
Mhm.
drawn to hold
So it is
whoever.
what it looks like.
Hmm.
Nice.
And it is bloody because it is an interrogation room that they
Mhm.
never clean.
Mhm. Ugh. They could take better care of their interrogation rooms. This is rather unkempt.
We'll send Yoda down here when we're done.
Sinister.
We'll look over to Sinista and then to Liliana.
He's just kind of sitting in a chair right now, in the center.
Is he awake?
Yeah, he's just there. Like his head's facing down, but
No,
he's
Rook, please. I highly discourage you from going into the zone of truth for now. It is
It
not
will be
wise.
okay. I have no interest in harming him.
Well, you should be
That
aware
is a
that
true statement.
you are walking inside the zone of truth. It would be unfortunate if you were to lie inside that circle.
I never lie.
Oh.
And, well, that's a lie, so what happens?
You
Oh.
feel as you say that, you feel a pulse from the ground as it pushes you out of the zone of truth.
You never lie indeed. Liliana will take one of these boxes here and she'll place it right over here in front of Sinista but outside the zone of truth, and she'll sit on it, one leg over the other, like hands on her knee.
Yeah.
I have some questions
Rook will
for you.
take a seat on this. Let's take a seat on this box here. Just watch Sinista very carefully.
Yeah. So this is just gonna look at you both and start to look at the ceiling. You have questions for me?
I have come to the conclusion that if you did not lie to me earlier, you're quite the fool. But I'll reserve those for later. I am curious though. For someone who has spent their entire life away from their child, what makes you want to reunite now?
Let's just say he has special energy about him. He's a gifted child.
He always has been. Yet you were never there for him when he needed you.
And you are the one to judge. See.
Well, I'm not the one who failed to see that he is in fact not dead, but sure.
He kind of, as you say that, gives like a quizzical look.
As I said, you are quite the fool. That said, I suppose it is partially my fault as well. I never did tell you what happened on that day, did I? And she'll look at the ceiling as well.
You didn't.
I admit I was not quite in the right mindset. So I purposefully evaded some details.
I see.
But first you answer my question. Why did you never bother to be in his life?
It wasn't until recently that I realized just how important he was to the grand scheme of things.
Ha!
Explain, grand scheme.
Indeed. Ah, this fool. Only cares
No.
about his child when his child has some kind of purpose.
I disagree. I think he's rather clever. He's omitting information to deal with the magics.
Of course.
As Rook is stroking his beard. just studying everything about Sinista. Can I roll, I don't know, investigation, perception? Is there anything extra to detect?
Roll an insight, because
Insight, okay.
you're kind of like seeing as he's talking and stuff. And though there's a ton of truth, you are also like catching like
Ooh,
these.
Oh, how's another
wow.
nat 20 feel?
Wow.
So you're catching like the small like ticks and stuff that he has whenever he talks, and whenever he brings up this grand design and grand scheme, he's very like you can see the tone kind of shift in his voice where everything else kind of seems like a last thought. The grand scheme kind of brings excitement to him every time he says he's closer and closer to it.
Tell me, why are you so happy when I ask you about the grand scheme? It seems as though every time I say the words together, a little smile creeps on the corner of your lip.
Liliana will look impressed at Rook.
Let's just say that I've seen quite incredible things that my son, and he looks at Liliana and he goes, and he points a bit at her and says, and you. And he also looks at Rook for a second. And oddly enough, you as well will do in the future. And there's a plan of, as I've said, Seon coming back. And
Indeed.
what I need is an ultimate sacrifice. A great sacrifice, I shall say.
Who?
Liliana will clench her fist, like kind of at the thought of where this might be going.
Who better to sacrifice than the one closest to you?
I take it back. You are no fool. You are an actual disgusting, poor excuse of a human being. If even that right now. And she'll stand up from her box.
Am I?
Rook continues to look at Sinista, not even glance, his eyes not breaking away as he speaks to Liliana. Don't show your emotions so quickly, and don't step into the circle.
You are correct. Liliana will take a few breaths, like it will look very well practiced, and she'll go back to her like usual poker face and sit back down on the box. Thank you, Rook.
Just doing what you taught me.
Indeed, I should listen to my own advice sometimes.
If you need somebody to be broken, let me do it. I'm
Of
far
course.
more capable, and you know it.
Very well. Well, Sinista,
Oh.
what has Seon showed you? I'm assuming this vision you had of the future was something that he showed you.
What he showed me was me as a admirable leader of a new land, free of low-life individuals as yourselves.
Rook's eyebrow raises at the mention of a new land.
Did he just call us lowlifes?
Oh, yes, he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I will have you know that my people are from the high peaks. We are hardly low lives.
And what exactly makes you all so superior to us lowlifes?
The fact that I'm able to accept the end and the inevitable end, whereas you guys are doomed to let it happen over and over again.
What are
You're
we?
right, Liliana. He is a fool.
What do you mean by over and over again?
Oh, this same song and dance has happened numerous times.
And what makes you think that this new world would have not the same problems as the old one? They repeat for a reason.
Because no one remembers. And I will.
He's lying. Or
He's
he's
not
not telling us
lying.
everything.
He's not lying. He's actually. He truly believes this madness that he's speaking of. You are not wrong, Sinista. And she'll start pacing around the circle.
Rook looks at the circle briefly and then back to Sinista.
You are not wrong in what you say. People do not embrace the inevitable end, and everything dies in life. I truly believe that. However, believing that you, because you remember the old world, would be better suited to lead the new one to a different path, you are truly a fool to believe that you can accomplish that. Do you not think that people have tried that before? Do you not think that they have failed trying to do the same thing? You'll be no different.
Hmm. And what would you do to stop me then?
You call yourself a leader, yet you cannot even be a father. Being a leader is being a father to many, many more children, yet you have failed at raising a single one.
You bring up an interesting point.
Rook is paying close attention to how he reacts to this line of inquiry, seeing if he's purposely holding things back or if he's finding particular notions more amusing than others.
Mm-hmm.
And what have you done to show that you can be, how you say it, better equipped to lead or to follow?
Me, lead?
Better.
I have no such ambitions, Sinista. I know my place, unlike you.
As you should, dog.
It's funny you say that now.
Is it?
It is. It is also funny how you believe in this mad god of yours that he would give you everything that you desire. It's
Compared
almost
to
cute.
just like your count that gives you everything that you want. Is that correct?
He gives me everything I need. Do you have
But what-
everything you need? I don't think you do.
He smiles for a second. Do you think that me being down here is on accident?
I
That
do
haven't
not
planned
question
out?
my superiors, unlike you.
Hmm. Felt the tremors?
That is a problem we'll take care of.
Rook nods heartily at this. I am especially capable. You need not worry about that.
Oh, I'm not worried. For you.
What does that mean?
Your times will come. Sooner or later.
What? A sacrifice for Seon? Cute.
No. You guys are more of a gifted meal for a different god.
And which god might that be?
God of the person who became a champion of him. Rovagug, I believe is his name.
And why would we become sacrifices for Rovigog?
He too works in the lines of destruction. Seon is merely just a mirror image of Rovagug himself.
How are they connected?
One is highly revered as as an actual deity. The other one, let's just say, is man-made.
And what of you? How do you fit into all of this?
I have no, how you put it, puzzle piece to this whole elaborate scheme.
Why do you continue to speak in riddles?
Because he's in the zone of truth, of course.
Shall we remove him from it?
No, it is fine.
Rook will nod and return to silence, observing.
Sinista kind of looks at you both for a second. Do you fear death?
No.
No.
Good.
You should, though. You seem to have these ambitions when you're just clearly a pawn, yet you act like a king.
But being a pawn is the best part, isn't it?
Hardly. Pawns are but children.
He looks at Rook. Oh, I know. And don't worry. Orcus is going to take care of all of your pawns.
What does that mean?
Orcus? Is that the one that we saw coming out of the portal? And did we
Yes.
recognize it? Did we
I-
recognize him?
Somebody did and explained it to the rest because we rolled religion. I don't remember who it was that made the roll.
I think I did.
Yeah, I think it was you then, and you explained it to us.
Yeah, I think I rolled and definitely recognized it, and I explained that this is like. Did I explain?
Lord
I
of
think I did.
Undeath.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
You mean the one that came from the portal? He'll be soon. He'll be dead soon enough. Don't worry about it.
Rook is grinning from ear to ear at this notion. Oh yes. Oh yes.
You can attempt to try and kill this thing.
And how does he fit in your grand plan?
Oh, he's just a common coincidence. No one ever fixed that portal, and I don't see a problem in using it for my own well-being.
Nobody ever fixed it? I thought they did. Or was that another lie?
Clearly.
You guys still believe in these king and queen?
Hardly.
Liliana will
Clearly-
make a notion to Rook to keep it hush-hush.
Rook will spot it out of the corner of his eye, so to speak, and remain silent but not directly respond.
And then she'll look at Sinista with like kind of murder in her eyes a little bit, but not too too crazy, just a little bit of annoyance, you know.
He's going to... Yes?
Go on, you go first.
He's going to look at Liliana and then Rook.
Rook is still grinning from ear to ear, a crazed look in his eyes.
What is a Rook without a kingdom?
His grin fades and his brows furrow. He's threatening me.
Liliana will
He's
stand up
threatening
from
us.
her box again. You seem to be talking only the big steps, yet you fail to take the small ones. Regardless, this is fine. I do not believe you will accomplish your goal, whatever may happen. I'll tell you one thing, though. Just out of the kindness of my own heart, I suppose. Damiko was the one who killed your son. I'm looking at his reaction.
You see, as you say that, a cold, expression goes across his face.
That one hit.
As he, you see his face, his skin, turn, ice white. And where he hasn't been really moving like quick movements or anything. He's doing like slow movements. He looks at Liliana. And I shall deal with this Damiko person personally.
Oh, you don't have to. Damiko is dead as well.
Then I guess I'll never get my revenge then. Oh well.
Well, what revenge? I do not understand. You've never cared for your son, and now you're telling me that you want him back just to sacrifice him? I see no reason to tell you the truth.
You see in his eyes as you're like walking around, and you can see him kind of like reel back a bit for a second and like look around, and he goes, I understand now. That's why he acted that way during the ritual in hell. Interesting. You see him kind of motion around in his mouth until you see something kind of move from his jaw and into his teeth.
I'm gonna stand up sharply and run toward him, attempting to grab it from his mouth.
Okay.
What should I roll?
Roll a strength check with advantage because he is currently unable to move. So
Mm. Oh
Damn.
shit.
No.
Oh
a 2
fuck.
and then a 1.
Oh fuck.
okay, I'm gonna make a dex saving throw.
Oh my god.
Shit,
Oh,
forgot to
Oh
stretch.
I
fuck.
did. Should have
And-
done the lunges.
Yeah.
And
What is he doing?
you see as Rook goes to lunge at him, Sinesta stands up quickly and with the chair kicks it out of the way and steps forward as Rook runs into the chair.
Wait, so he
Too slow.
moves?
Yeah,
He unbound himself with that thing?
he did.
Motherfucker.
Well, he like, and he looks at Liliana and moves the item, the whatever is in his mouth away for a second and says, well, if you're done talking, then so am I.
I never said I was. Where do you think you're going? Liliana is kind of carefully on the edge, kind of ready to jump in.
Rook
Okay.
reaches out to grab him.
Okay.
Grapple?
Yep.
Okay, so athletics, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Hey, look,
Yeah.
I rolled a 1 and then a 20. Huh.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So you do grapple him.
I'm going to work my way around him and hold him in a full Nelson, reaching into his mouth to try to pull that thing out again. Full Nelson's when I stand behind him and wrap my
Yeah.
arms up
Do
under
not
his
let
shoulders.
him go, Rook.
Not even an inch.
Uh,
And should I roll to try to pull the thing out, or
Yes. As for what, I'm trying to think what that would be.
while
roll
he's
with
grappling him,
attack or dex, I guess?
Yeah, you can roll an attack.
Liliana will go out the door and shout for guards and then immediately close the door. If that's possible, while he's grappling him.
So you do like it's kind of like you hold his like each side of his jaw and you're like pushing it out.
Right. And as soon as fingers touch it, I throw it as hard as I can toward Liliana so it lands at least out of the zone of truth, somewhere
Mhm.
near her.
She'll take it.
So Liliana, I'm gonna need you to make a dex saving throw.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
So as it clatters to the it's gonna land over here. And
Ping
I
again.
didn't see that.
oh, it's over here.
Don't see a ping.
Still didn't see it. Just hold it down longer.
Are you on a different layer pinging?
Am I?
Oh, that could be possible.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I didn't
There
know
you
that
go.
could be a thing.
There we are.
I know, I've been learning! Oh my god, I know something! Okay. Sorry. Okay, she'll dash over there and catch it, I assume.
Mm-hmm. And Sinista kind of as he's being held, kind of slumps in your arms. It's not that he's trying to get out, he's just the binding is starting to
It works again?
step back in. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So, kind of lower him into the chair and he'll be rebound to it then?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
essentially, yeah.
Well,
And
that's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to lower him into the chair, and as he rebinds, I'll step away from the zone of truth and back over to the box.
I will examine what this thing is that he swallowed. Like, what do I have to roll for that? Like, I'm just holding it in my hand. Arcana. Okay, I'm holding it in my hand, trying to understand what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not.
Okay. You don't know necessarily what it is, per se. But what it looks like is an empty capsule.
So there was a liquid inside.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
There was a liquid inside. He probably drank it. I am not sure that we are completely out of danger. Please be ready to hold him again.
Rook will nod a few times. Can I examine the capsule?
Of course. And Liliana will hand it over to Rook.
Rook will take it and inspect the capsule closely.
Okay. All right. What you find in it is you notice small pocket of water, like a substance in it, like a final drop that you drip into your hand, and you can tell from the consistency, and also because you can tell from the magic used in it, this liquid was a potion of
some kind.
Yeah. And it's not fully really well known as to what it is. It would take another Arcana check to fully figure it out. But since you guys are both focused now more on it, if you did it, you get advantage on your rolls.
I believe it was a potion in there.
Indeed.
Perhaps this is more your knowledge.
I will look. Oh shit.
You can roll with advantage.
Yeah, you get to roll twice.
I will look at the drop on his hand, kind of sniff it, observe it.
Mm-hmm. You know that the magical incantation that is on is a potion that wards off the effects of a zone of truth.
Oh. So he was trying to negate the zone of truth and potentially still is.
Well, yeah, since the vial is practically empty.
But that's not what's binding him in place, right?
Well, at what point did he drink it, though?
Just now.
Okay.
Well,
Hmm.
I guess this zone of truth is now pointless.
What makes you think that?
Well, I believe this potion negates the effect of the zone of truth, and he just drank it.
Rook will look back over to Sinista. Bad choice, buddy. You don't like doing it the hard way.
Well,
Trust me.
regardless, it will wear off eventually. We'll come back then. But for now, know that you are still wrong about your assumptions. I suppose I'll never tell you what happened that day, 60 years ago.
Should we check him before we depart?
Of course.
Rook will step forward and begin patting Sinista down, checking for anything else that might be on his person.
Nothing that you can see that would directly affect any part of him for the interrogation or being in there unbound or anything.
So nothing magical.
Yeah, no, there's
nothing weapon-like, obviously.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any weapons.
Yeah, that would have been taken from him coming in, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, satisfied, Rook will back toward Liliana. I think that may have been his only trick.
And for whatever it's worth, as one person who has accepted that all things end to another, I think you are a fool to believe that you can do better than any other man. The same mistakes will always repeat, for as long as you are human.
Now transcend.
Abomination.
And what kind of god will let another man transcend to godhood? That doesn't seem possible to me.
Well, how do you think Steon was created?
It is my understanding that both Atlas and Tulok were created by their deeds and by people believing in them. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
I don't see you having people believe in you with all the sacrifices that you have done. You're not exactly popular, you know.
I wouldn't run a poll, but I'd say I have my ways of pulling the odds my way.
Cocky and delusional. Gosh, like father, like son.
Blind and easy to follow. Coming from the bitch of Roven. I get it.
I. Shots fired.
At least I follow something without the intention of taking it all for myself. It is a pleasure you will never understand, I'm afraid.
Likewise. Now, I have some, as he looks around, meditating to get to, if you wouldn't mind leaving me alone now.
Enjoy your time alone forever.
Shall.
Tell me, are they feeding you well?
Well enough. Why, do you want food as well?
Rook will shake his head and leave one dry cracker of rations on the ground just out of reach of Sinista, and then walk away quietly.
Why, thank you.
He doesn't respond.
We will go and rejoin the others.
Yep.
Liliana would like to go and talk to D'Amico / Antoine when possible.
Rook will return to the ball, which is where they are anyway, so
Yeah.
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 Alright.
Wait, what about Yona's going-ons?
Yeah, let's do
So
Yona.
So at the night. So yes. So you guys, let me go to map thing. This here. This. Boom.
Oh boy, I have no idea how this is gonna go.
All right. So Nona, you are over at what is this? Is this? Oh, it just says 16. Okay. So you're over here. You've them into here for right now.
So yeah, the things I wanted to prepare were basically the black interior, wine, a whole
Mhm.
decanter of wine, maybe two, a bunch of
Mhm.
restraints, and what do you call it? Just some cloth to put over their eyes.
Mhm.
Blindfolds. Yes,
Yes.
that's what they're called.
All right. And as you finish up before the time uh, comes, you hear a knock at the door.
Just before his arrival, she's gonna stash her great axe in like a drawer or like a wardrobe or something.
Okay.
So she'll
And
be unarmed when he enters.
okay.
Yona will walk up to the door and open it, step to
Mm,
the side, and gesture Bronx to come in. Sir Bronx, glad you made it on time.
I'm glad you invited me.
Please, have a seat. And she'll point at the bed
Kind
where
of
you see like rose petals
Mhm.
sprinkled all over it.
No.
She will close the door
Mhm.
and discreetly lock it.
Okay.
Then she'll slowly turn around, and like drop one shoulder, kick her hip out, put a hand on it, care for a drink.
Sure. I haven't had one in a while. It's a bit dry here.
Hmm, an answer fitting for a ruler. She'll walk over to the nearby bedside table or whatever
Mhm.
and start pouring some wine into glasses. And as she does that, she's gonna ask, "So, how do you feel about your life givers, oh future ruler of Sardowiin? Your parents?"
Oh, so you know about that.
"I
Interesting.
know a few things.
Oh
You
dear.
get along well.
Oh
You
dear.
care for them."
I do.
She like pours the wine very, very slowly,
Mhm.
with her back turned against him,
Wow, wow, wow.
trying to gauge his reactions.
Wow, wow, wow.
"You do." She'll turn around
Mhm.
and present him with a glass that's pretty much full to the brim with
Mhm.
wine. "Well then, I'll be straightforward with you.
Mhm.
There is a certain amount of danger that your parents are exposed to, and that danger stems from one of my party members.
Oh shit, here it goes.
Go on.
Well, before I lay down all my cards on the table, I need to know I'm speaking to a man who's worthy of my time."
He takes the glass that you gave him, and he just downs the whole thing of wine.
I'm a
Until
Whoa.
man. Let me drink the
he,
whole
he
fucking thing.
he drinks it all, and then as he finishes, he tosses the glass behind him.
Nona mirrors his movements, smashes the glass on the ground,
Wow. Alpha male move.
take, takes a sniff, and starts like, well, she's only wearing like upper clothing is like a bunch of straps, so
Oh my god.
she's gonna start unstrapping
Oh my
essentially.
god.
She'll be bare chested, and you'll see her like upper torso is almost fully covered with scars, apart from the region where her heart is.
Mhm.
She'll raise an eyebrow expectedly at Bronx.
He looks you up and down and says, "Do they still hurt?"
She will not answer that question, and instead she will reach for the table where the wine was and start pouring some oil into her hands and start oiling her torso
Wow.
until it's like glistening, super
Where's this
shiny.
going?
It's
Yeah,
going
that's what I'm
somewhere.
wondering.
Don't worry, I'm gonna keep it PG.
Ah, this is the most confusing erotic roleplay I think I've ever been like witness
Right?
to. Oh, there's glass
The
over the
half-orc-
floor. You're oiling yourself up. You're asking for a tetanus
There's
shot.
there's a reason for everything. There's gonna be payoff. I promise. It's not just
I'm
ELP.
very curious where this is going.
Well, Bronx, take off your clothes.
Oh my god.
So I see.
We have
So
no
you-
time for wishy-washy.
Mm-hmm.
We must get to the matter of hand. At
Of
hand.
course. So are you the one that's gonna be tied up then?
She will approach and like push him onto the bed
Whoa.
and flip him over.
Okay.
Do I need to roll athletics or anything, or does he just surrender?
You can roll athletics just so I can see exactly how dedicated you are to this. Like how known that. Okay.
23
Oh, wow.
dedication.
Oh my god. Go on.
All right, I flip him over like a trout on the bed, and I blindfold him, and also I tie his hands,
Okay.
and I tie them like super tight, like
Gosh, guys, it's so hot in here.
stopping
Right.
his blood flow to his
Oh my
well,
goodness.
his hands pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And as I tighten, I'd be like, "Tell me one thing. What is your plan for laying claim to the throne?"
The first thing I'm gonna do is name my queen.
Feel like you're behind the times here. I'm on top. And she will like tighten the restraints and essentially just kidney punch him with her knee.
Okay.
Know your
Oh.
place, worm.
Oh.
And she'll try to intimidate. With a
Okay.
17.
I'm tired.
This is gonna be an interesting roll because 1, 2.
Oh my god.
You might be useful to me, but I need to know what your plan is.
Wow, he is the bottom.
He kind of gives in a bit, kind of resigns a bit, and says, "I mean, I'm into this kind of thing, so
I assumed you were. That's how I got you here. You're pretty easy to read.
as are you."
Hmm. She will scoff at that. Look, we can help each other out.
We sure can.
I need a legitimate claim to the throne. You may have a plan to achieve that. I can also help you protect your parents and also eliminate any threats that pose in our way.
Mm-hmm.
However, let me be very, very clear. I can end you. If you ever do anything that we have not agreed on, I have aligned myself with deities, and ever since I was set loose on this earth, every single action I've taken has been led by divine whispers. They will not let me die or take my last breath until I've achieved my goal.
Damn.
I see.
Do you understand?
I do. A simple yes would have sufficed, though.
She will chuckle at that a little bit. Well then, just so we're clear, my plan was to completely embarrass you. but it seems like you're very much into this. So let's discuss business. I might pour you some more wine.
Oh, is the business not in the bed? I got this.
You really need to work on your pacing. Have they not taught you manners?
What? That
Your
coming
courting
from?
etiquette
Oh my god!
is suboptimal.
You just tie him to a bed and you're talking about manners. Oh my god!
Oh
I
my
mean-
god.
I had to get him to a place where he's like agreeable.
I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm actually dying.
He's like walking around swinging his humongous dick, saying he's gonna be the ruler of Sardowiin.
Huh?
So
gotta
you
break
had to
him in a little bit.
humiliate him. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Too bad he was into it.
Too bad.
Wow, that plan failed, but I love it.
This is amazing.
Anyway,
So, Bronx just looks at you and says, "So you ready to seal the deal then?"
not in the way you imagine.
Just a dip.
I've already aligned myself with a certain deity who is
Oh.
the one currently eligible for such carnal activities.
Wow.
You have not reached that stage yet,
Wow.
but if you prove yourself useful, I might reconsider.
Wow.
Oh,
Secure a way for me to the throne. I will protect you and your interests, and also your parents. Fail me, and I will eliminate you.
okay.
Wow.
Okay, just a wimp. Okay, all right. Well
Yes,
then.
mistress, don't hurt me.
He also hasn't been taught like how to be like too demanding. He said the stuff, but it's not like he said it like with backing. He's just said a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, what is the first step of your plan then?
He looks around the room. He says, "Well, the first step would be to get out of this room eventually.
Well-
After that, it's
Okay,
Merely-
the second step then.
it's me taking what's rightfully mine and getting rid of those deceivers."
You're referring to the ones who currently sit on the throne and claim to be the royalties of this castle?
I do.
Why not just go and end them right now? What are you waiting for?
If I kill them now, before the secret's revealed that they have been not the king and queen, then it would just seem like another person just coming out for a conquest. If I wait for an opportune moment, such as he kind of like from where you tied him down, kind of pointing in the air. If
Oh,
the portal, then it would seem more like an accidental death. Catch my drift?
I see. Sly one. Yeah, that is somewhat different from my plan of just forcing my way in. Well, I guess I did force my way. She'll, like, remove the blindfold and loosen the restraints a little bit. Sit down. How can we influence this disaster that will take their lives and make it seem like an accident?
We
Do
have
you
to
claim to have any control over what's coming out of the portal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
we have to shift its gaze towards the castle itself. Once it attacks and everyone's in disarray, while their guards are down, we'll go put an end to the king and queen. Make it look
I
like
see.
the demons came through and killed them, and I was here to try and save them.
I totally believe him. Okay.
Wow.
Seems like a reasonable plan. I could. Okay.
Oh, this is gonna go down great.
You have a
Y-
friend that could help you with this.
You definitely
will
have a
then-
friend that will not help you with this.
You will then claim that we're in court together. Okay.
We don't have to do all this. And he kind of like motions between the two of you, the stuff that you were trying to do.
Yeah.
Theatrics. It's okay. He's got a flavor for the theatrics.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, I will say that.
Enjoyable ERP would rate 7 out of 10.
Maybe one day you will open your eyes to Act 2. But for now, this is as far as we go. I need to see that you are a man of your word and that you're actually capable of doing this. Eliminate the king and queen. Report back to me. I
Very
will
well.
investigate the portal and try and stir some trouble to make sure that it's headed this way. All right. She will chop, she will break off like a chip of Sardowiin and hand it over to him.
Okay.
Use this to get in touch with me.
He takes the chip of it and places it into his wrist, right where the hand meets the arm, and he'll kind of rub it a bit as it forms into his body, and he looks at you and, so how does this work exactly?
You visualize me. You think of me.
Mm-hmm.
Or this moment. It should be enough. Channel my energy and we'll be able to physically reconnect.
Gotcha. So if I think about this moment, does that mean that I'll be in the bed again?
I don't think that's how it works, but make sure you visualize me with clothes, otherwise it could lead to some embarrassing situations. And she'll start like strapping herself up again. Cover her bits. The oil, by the way, was so that if he attempts to like fight back or grapple me, I'd be
Maybe-
slippery.
Yeah, it'd be disadvantage to grapple you.
Yeah. I was either gonna get him drunk, poison him, or like make him, lose the fight because like I was just gonna slash
I
him down.
loved all the
Wrestling.
flavoring. Loved it.
Oh, absolutely.
Loved
It
it.
was kind of like super roundabout, but it got there.
No,
Yep,
it was
you good.
great. I enjoyed it.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
Alright.
10.
Yep, 10 of 10. Oiled orcs are my fetish.
Well,
Um,
now then, be in touch. Once I secure your parents, I will reach out as well.
well, thank you.
Nobody deserves to be left without those who gave them the opportunity to seize this world.
Understandable. I'm glad that we had this talk.
All right, off you go. She'll go over to the door, unlock it, open it.
Next
and
one's
gesture out.
coming in.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
boy. Already oiled up and ready.
Oh yeah, she is very oiled up.
God, that's amazing.
Okay,
Angar.
Good for the
Not
skin.
Angar is
Truly
gonna
is.
be quick, don't worry.
Oh.
there. And then So that was roughly a 30-minute thing.
Yep, roughly. I tried to like hurry it along.
Oh no,
He
you're
was
good.
trying to be like,
Because you're like you're sitting there kind of like looking at whatever light source you can to kind of gauge it.
yeah,
You're like, all right, cool, gotta move this along.
yep,
But
yep,
also,
yep,
but also I want to make sure that I say the right things.
yep. That was like really hard because like I wasn't exactly sure how I was gonna word it.
That was poetic as fuck.
That was perfect. You did. That was amazing. I'm.
Ah.
And you hear. So are you resetting the room? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh no, there's like shards of glass on the ground, and like there's restraints and blindfolds
Oh
on the
my
scattered
god.
on the bed.
Maybe a couple spare feathers from earlier, and
Oh
Maybe
my god.
no, I've cleaned up the feathers. I've cleaned up the feathers, but it's like
okay.
all draped
Yeah,
in black.
yeah, she ate them.
Yeah, the black was, by the way, so if I spill blood, I don't have to clean it,
Yeah.
or it wouldn't be so obvious. Anyway,
my
so
God.
Angar,
Yeah, it's so well thought out. So
Yeah.
Angar, you hear a knock at the door.
she'll
And
approach and like open the door, peek her head out. Oh, so Angar, you're on time. Please.
I'm always on time.
Oh,
Thank you
it's
for
not-
the invitation.
Be careful. I spilled
Did you
the
have a brawl?
drink.
Did you have a brawl in here? Or is everything okay?
No. Everything is fine. There's nothing you have to worry about. Yes, I was just thinking about stuff, and I got flustered.
away?
And yes, you know how it is.
Oiled orc blushing by candlelight. As their strapping orcish hero enters the room.
Nona. Well, Yona is gonna say in Orcish, please sit down on the bed.
Very well. And he'll. I'm gonna move it over in a second. Do do. So I'm gonna set the bed's right there.
Yeah.
So he sits on the bed. You said you wanted to talk.
She will discreetly lock the door. And then, as clockwork, proceed over to the nightstand, start pouring some wine. Here for a drink.
Sure. What do you have in mind?
Wine. The blood of the gods.
Okay, a bit different from just plain old ale that you get from scouring the lands, but that's good to know.
We deserve better than ale. You and
We
I.
do.
She will hand him over the glass and sit by his side. Look, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I hadn't seen many of our kind lately, and in a moment of weakness, I thought I had some desires to do kinky stuff with you, okay?
He kind of gets like a quizzical look on his face.
Don't get me wrong, I still like you. You're very handsome. Like your jawline is, I could cut myself on it. It's fantastic. However, there's another reason why I wanted to talk with you. And all of this is happening in Orcish.
Okay.
Perhaps you seem older than me. Perhaps you're even wiser as well. Have you ever heard of a tribe of orcs who were divine zealots? Legend says it. They were conquerors, and they were blessed by the gods to never die until they reach their full potential. What have you heard?
I have heard that a couple of orcs had broken off from that group, but it was still operational to my knowledge. I have course, was not one privy of such a dedication and religion to it, so I stepped away, and I found my own town of where I live now. And other than that, I very much can't say well I've heard of it.
I feel deep inside that part of my purpose is to find out more about my ancestors. If you don't know much, maybe you know where I can find more.
He stands up from the bed and walks over to you. I do know that I found, while rummaging through these lands, old Orcish text that notes that we used to have higher involvement in the world until an event happened and our land was taken.
Hmm. On some primal level, this feels very familiar to me. I had never heard it before, but it sounds right. Hmm. Well, which city are you a ruler of? Because he's a count, right?
Yes, he accounts.
Yeah.
Pull
What's the name of your land?
oh God. Look,
Lore check.
yeah. Oh, I don't know why I'm being dumb about it. I know I can easily just check this.
I got you. It is Brang.
Yeah, I couldn't
Brang.
remember fully if it was Brang or because I have Brent, so I was like
Brang.
Brang. Yeah.
Brang, interesting. In the
Hmm.
west, which is pretty much where I started as well. Okay, very useful information. Sir Angar, I sense it in me that it is in both our interests to maintain good relationships. I may visit your land soon. Do your people respect you?
Those who follow me, yes.
Hmm. Do you have an army? She's pretty straightforward.
Um, to a degree, I have an army. I mean, our kingdom that we have, our city that we have, has a small militia.
You could see Nona or Yona daydreaming a little bit. Hmm. More wine, perhaps?
Thank you. And he's because like at this point he's drank the first one slowly, but like he drank it and then places the glass down for a second.
Yep, she'll pour him another one, and then just for the next, I don't know, 20 minutes, she just do like idle chatter with him. I just don't want to spend too much time with him because, like, I wanted to know if he's heard any rumors about potentially my ancestors.
Okay.
'Cause that's kind of a plot line that I want to pursue.
Nice.
He after a bit of him getting a bit tipsy, on the cusp of getting drunk from drinking the wine. Because
Hmm.
to him, he has not had wine. He's just like this is a more fancy.
Yeah.
He's so it hits differently to him, and he is kind of just sitting there. And you guys have been talking for all this time, and
Hmm.
he kind of looks at you, and walks over to the bed and kind of just and falls back onto it and just kind of looks up at the ceiling.
You
And
will lay down next to him and look at the ceiling.
he kind of, as he's trying to formulate his words, he's kind of slurring a bit. But he gets a moment of clarity of where he's able to like actually talk, and he says, I know that I remember hearing of a clan many years ago that broke away from the whole of the orc kind, and they truly didn't believe and truly wanted to change this land. They were known as the true rulers of Sardowiin.
Mm. Yona will, like, as she's laying next to him, she'll just turn her head towards him, look him in the eye, wait for him to turn as well, lean in,
Mm-hmm.
and just whisper, say this to no one else. And then she'll give him like a little kiss on the cheek. Then hippity hop, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's gonna be like, we'll be in touch. She'll like take another chip off her Sardowiin and toss it over to him. Grab this. Whenever you want to reach out to me, use it. Channel this moment. Think of me. And we'll be able to communicate.
Hmm.
God damn.
And
Then
He-
she will open the wardrobe, take her great axe, strap it to her back, and just walk out.
Wow.
Okay.
She's just trying to like build political relationships and like
Man.
get boys to like chase after her.
We have an actual politician and an assassin in the group, and Yoda is fucking killing it without even being that.
Yeah. And
I'm so fucking impressed.
as you leave, Nona, as you're going down the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
you feel a presence behind you as you see like a blue mist appear
Huh?
as Angar portals towards you.
Oh, that was quick. Good to see you again, buddy.
You as
That is
well.
exactly how it works.
As it's as the crystal is in the middle of his forehead.
Wow.
Wow. Well,
He's
you
not a
won't lose
smart
it.
guy.
She will bare her teeth at him, and you will see the Sardowiin in her right tusk. Haha, I had the same idea. But I felt like this would be easier to chip away from. Well then, shall I escort you to your quarters? Are you okay?
Please? I don't know if I can fully. As he had portaled, he kind of like stumbled a bit, and he's
Almost, yeah.
like trying to hold himself up a bit.
Okay, she's gonna, well, bench press him essentially.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
And carry him like a little princess over to his quarters.
From bondage to wholesome.
And then I'll seek to like either sleep or rejoin the rest.
Okay. So his quarters are over here at T2. That's where he would be.
God
Excellent.
damn. I'm gonna clap for Bug.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Aw,
absolutely. That was great.
no.
That
Clap,
was really good.
clap, 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 clap.
Aw,
All right. So
Thanks.
Okasan while you were
Wow, you are getting down and dirty. I made a big doo-doo. Look, the actual politician fucking up.
Oh,
Oh, I fucked
how
up.
so?
I fucked up big time.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bang. I was.
Damn. I'll try to redeem myself. But I fucked up.
I'm intrigued to hear how you fucked up, but okay.
What?
So,
Yeah.
Okasan's been in the palace for an undisclosed amount of time. Clearly, I know where I'm going. Clearly, I know where everyone's staying. What Okasan really wants to do is check out the defenses for the king and queen's room.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Does Oksan work for Bronx?
Ooh.
What?
Oksan works for Bronx.
No, I don't think that's it.
Plausible, but no.
Nope.
I don't even think Oxan is from here. Oxan is from wherever the king and queen are from, and he's chased them here. That's my theory so far. Because they have magic, right? So it could be that they're not from here. And they use magic to, like, put themselves here. I don't know. That's my theory so far.
Well, you guys were all doing what you were doing. Okasan got instructions. And so I guess after checking the defenses, his next step is to... I mean, if it's like nighttime while everyone's asleep, he is going to start walking around the palace.
Did I get rid of?
And
No, I deleted
drawing symbols on the walls and behind portraits and stuff.
Damn.
As you lift a particular portrait back in a particular hallway, you see Rook written in chalk.
And Okasan, who still has the chalk that you gave him earlier, will add Okasan to that.
It hasn't eaten it yet.
Nod.
Has not eaten it yet.
Yeah.
Strong willpower.
Yet.
Yeah.
Surely.
Who could say?
It'd be real dangerous if. Oh boy.
Although Okasan would want to go up to Liliana's door.
Okay.
And leave one of his feathers at her door.
Huh.
Okay.
Where would I be staying, by the way?
So
12. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering where my room is as well.
You're in the maid's quarters, no?
Well, they don't stay overnight in this castle.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I could be in Rosé's room.
Yeah. Because she's technically bunking with Tammy. Tammy was got kicked out because of Kauai, Hawaii. Look, they don't.
It's complicated.
Yeah. Oh my god, I should have cleaned Clint's room.
There's enough. So like these towers are big. It's not just like one landing up and that's a room.
Mm-hmm.
There are multiple tiers and stuff. So
Yeah, it's an actual tower.
Mm-hmm. So like the king and like this middle area, the four this whole like area here is 2 to 3 stories high. So there are like you could double up and be like these would be together because one's on one floor, one's on the other.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either technically be like above Rook's room or Liliana's room, or so
Yeah,
there's
I'll
yeah.
go above Rook. There we go.
Okay.
Hell, we can just stay in the same room. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sleeping on the
Absolutely.
floor anyway. The bed isn't big enough for Rook.
Yeah, okay. Let's bunk together.
Well, before we're sleeping, can I possibly talk to Antoine slash Kaiden? That's kind of what I went back to the ballroom for, to kind of try and find him.
And
Yeah.
I was gonna try to approach Bera as well.
Yep, we can do that. So while that was going on, switch to this.
Thank you.
Oxon's here as well. So
Okay,
you
so
guys,
rewinding time a
Just a little rewind,
bit.
yeah.
So this
yeah.
was happening while Nona was doing her thing.
Mhm.
So Okusan was here up until recently, correct?
Yeah.
Got it.
And Nona and Rose are not here.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna put them on the edge right here, and that'll
Um,
be
Liliana will
signifying
look
their-
at Rook and be like, Rook, I have some personal things to take care of. Will you be alright?
Right? Antoine, right?
Yes, indeed. I have a
Good
bad
luck.
feelings about the things I said to Sinista coming to bite him in the back because of what I said. I wish to make sure that doesn't happen.
Do what you must. I'll mingle among the other guests.
You know how to find me if you need me. And she'll tap her sarite on her necklace.
Rook will just kind of motion to his general structure and height, and you'll be able to see me from anywhere in the room. Don't
Of
worry
course.
about it.
And Liliana will walk straight.
Engar shouldn't be here either.
Yeah. So Engar's gone.
Well, later on he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he may have left already. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. All right. So we'll do this in order of like, since y'all were going down, Rook would go first because he
Yep.
got there. He got
Sure.
That's fine.
Era, and then we'll do Antoine and Liliana. So, Rook,
Is her bear nearby?
yes, you see, like,
Okay, that's definitely why I would approach them.
there's a table right here, and you see, a full-grown bear, like, eating,
What
like,
kind of bear?
what kind of bear is Gerben? Christy. A brown bear.
Okay.
And he's just you
What?
see him just like grabbing food and like eating off the table.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bear. Rook is pointing to the bear as he approaches this group of people. These aren't lords and ladies to him. Who cares? This is just people. Whose bear is that?
That would be mine. Is there a problem?
No, not at all. I happen to be a great admirer of bears. How did you tame it?
It's a friend of mine. I grew up with it.
You, I see. Do you know much of bears then?
Plenty.
What is your name?
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm getting critiqued from the peanut
Well,
gallery in the back.
she can come and RP herself
Yeah,
at
why
least.
not?
She's just hearing the one side, and she's
Tell her to come and chat, Jesus, or at least whatever. Oh my god.
so. Is there a problem with my bear?
None whatsoever, but there's a problem with mine.
With yours?
Rook will give a deep nod at this. You see, where to begin? I suppose the quickest answer would be it's a spirit. A very angry one.
Ah, I
Ah,
see you went and interesting. You angered spirits and now it's after you.
Rook nods. Yes, exactly. Do you have any advice about how to appease an angry bear?
When you killed it, did you kill it out of revenge or did you kill it just for the fun of it?
Revenge.
Alright, well, the bear probably doesn't see it that way. I
Oh,
But I have no idea. I wouldn't. I know that haven't actually had a reason to kill a bear, and quite frankly, to me, it's appalling that someone would. But with that, I would like to know where did you two have been cursed by this bear? Do you feel like you would repent and ask for forgiveness from this spirit?
do you think it would be ready to forgive me, knowing that I am the one that took its life in violence?
It sure would take time, but I mean, you can't expect everything to be handed to you.
No, you certainly cannot. As he looks the pet bear up and down.
Oh, he's a different breed of in entertainment. I've built a trusting bond with him, and he has been trained properly to not act aggressive.
What did you name it?
His name is Gerben.
Gerben? What the hell
Gerben.
kind of name is that?
I'm sorry, did we question each other on names? By the way, what is yours?
Rook of the Thalarii.
Is that isn't that a basic name in and of itself? What could the try? Did someone find the chessboard and that's all they could figure out?
Rook looks down at the floor
Oh,
of the
snap.
ballroom and across the floor of the ballroom.
Oh,
You
snap.
mean to insult me, but you don't realize who exactly you're picking on. You like your precious bear over there. I could kill it just like mine. What's another angry spirit?
And I could kill you.
I reckon you might be able to. As he looks Bera up and down, clearly acknowledging that, yeah, she could probably do it if she wanted to.
Here's the deal. I have a special connection with bears,
I'm
and
listening.
I'd be willing to help you with your spirit problem, but it'll cost you for sure.
Cost me what?
Well, I want you to, for one, promise to me, for sure, and promise to my friend over here that you promise to never hurt another creature such as this again.
What was the bear's name again?
Garvin,
Gerben. Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Gerben. Okay, got it. Just needed to write that down. I forgot to.
Oh no, you're good.
Okay. Well, let's suppose that a bear attacks me. Can I defend myself?
Of course.
Okay, then you have a deal. And Rook will extend his hand, offering a handshake.
She places her hand out.
He shakes it very calmly. No athletics.
Mm-hmm. She sits there and kind of gives a smile, a slight smile. It's good that you know not to overextend yourself. And she kind of like, as she lets go of your hand, she kind of like moves her hand in like not disgusted way, but kind of like looks at her hand and goes, "Gross."
You remind me of a friend of mine. Her name is Liliana. Do you know her?
I've heard of her. I have my ins and outs.
I believe she was called a petulant dog not long ago.
Oh my god!
Sounds fitting, but you know, it's not my place.
I disagree. In fact, I honor her choice to be a petulant dog. She seems to like it that way. Who am I to disagree?
Wow.
Fair.
Wow.
Rick nods a few times. Just as you like to be the bear, I like to be the mountain, and she likes to be the dog.
I guess we do all have our monikers.
Rook gives a hearty nod to this. Yes, this is how he's been internalizing it. Rook notices Okusan strutting across.
Pay no
Who's that?
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Cool.
Wait, is he invisible?
No.
Oh, okay.
Invisibility only works 6 seconds. It's just enough to get out of the
Got
room.
Well,
Hands
Oh.
still up, covering my face. Only this
Mhm.
time I'm walking in a really weird fashion. It's kind of like I'm doing the lunges that we did earlier, but now I'm mixing it with my own stepping.
oh no.
It's evolving.
Oh no,
It
he's
is.
trying to dance. Soon it will multi-class into barbarian.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Well,
I want to get about this
Anyway.
far,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm gonna blatantly stare at Liliana.
I guess at this point Liliana is still walking towards Antoine. She will look at Oxan staring at her and kind of nod a little bit in greeting. Confused.
Mm-hmm.
No response. Dead eyes.
Damn.
It's a freaking pigeon.
I'm so confused right now.
Oh, I guess wrapping up with Vera. So what is it you recommend exactly that I do to proceed?
When the time comes, if you're when you're able to, I want you to visit me again and either bring your friends or not, but I think that you should go through the ritual. And
The ritual.
yes, and if this bear deems you worthy enough to forgive you of what you've done to it, then hopefully it will strengthen you instead of it being a hindrance.
This is a combat not like one I am familiar with. I will need time to prepare. But how shall I contact you? Wait, I have an idea. And I'll reach up to the Sardowiin embedded in his forehead and break a piece off and hand it over to Bera. Very carefully with, just a tiny little piece.
Mm-hmm. She takes it and places it near her wrist. As you see a brown band goes around it, her wrist, kind of in the same motif as the her outfit.
I see you know how this stuff works. Why is that?
She kind of turns towards the other counts, but like looks back and kind of gives that like knowing look and says, "I have my ways."
Rook looks to the other counts and countesses as well, and then back to Bera. I see. This kingdom is full of secrets. It's amazing that there aren't daggers in everybody's back.
Not yet. Not yet.
Until next we meet. He'll
Indeed.
round about the group and make his way to the far side and sit near Cookie on the bench where he had sat before.
Okay.
Since Catliana is still occupying the other one.
Yes.
And Cookie will join you, but all right. So Liliana, you were walking to go to Antoine.
Yes, I was thinking of the best way to approach this, but there really isn't one that's not embarrassing as fuck.
What do you have in mind?
Do it.
She
So it's
will.
very much a
Do it.
go big or go home kind of moment.
Write them out.
Fuck.
Not really. It's however you
Almost.
feel like approaching him.
She will walk with confidence as if it's actually her job to be here. That's the kind of confidence she exudes right now, and she stands like tall in front of Antoine. She will nod to Raylis as a greeting, to Vamico a small nod.
Hmm.
Sir Antoine,
Yes, love.
I believe you are needed. It seems someone has found your item and you can collect it now.
Oh, interesting. And where might I find this person and item?
I can lead you there now.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm game. Where would you like to? And just let me know where to go.
Please follow me. And once again, she'll nod to Raylis and Vamico as she leads him somewhere around here that's private. I don't know. Is that gonna be my room or what?
Your
Rook
room.
will stand up as he notices Liliana departing. And then sit back down as he gets a feeling she has a handle on it.
Yeah. So you're gonna go to your room.
Yep.
All right. So as the room shifts for the line again, you guys are. Alright, so
Okay, so taking Antoine with you from the ball, so this would be time-wise. Yona would be in Rook's room, so we'd be bunking together, and then you would have Antoine in your room. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
got it. I take timestamp notes when possible. Sorry.
That's fine.
No, you're good. It's good to have.
Yeah. She'll lead him in, kind of close the door behind her. She'll have a look if anyone saw them coming in here. Did anyone see us?
Not that you could tell. No.
Okay. A pigeon, a father, and a gun. The mystery thickens. Would you like to
Uh-huh.
enlighten me?
In what way? What part eludes you?
How about all of them? How about, I don't know, the past 60 years? Or what your
Are you
goal is right now?
My goal is. He kind of looks around the room, kind of gets a little close to you, and just kind of. My goal has been this whole time to strengthen you. No matter how hard it seems that I've tried and my methods so far, but
Can I insight check him?
sure. All right.
Is he telling the truth?
Yeah, he's very you can tell by his expressions and how he's wording it without kind of normally you can even if you're very insightful you can like get like the ticks and tells of people. He's
Mhm.
being very like there's no like tells of him like as
Yeah,
he's saying something like his throat like tightening up or anything like that.
he has been very straightforward the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Liliana will take out the gun and leave it on a kind of like whatever surface is here between them. I spoke with Sonista, who I now am quite certain is your father. Unfortunately, I spoke a little bit more than I think I should have. I underestimated him.
Uh, and what did you tell him?
Criticized him as a father. I may have lost my temper a little bit. And he may have made the connection between you and Damiko, so you have been warned. Also, it seems that his goal all along was to sacrifice you for his whatever grand plans of becoming a god or whatever. He's absolutely delusional. He's a madman.
If he's trying to sacrifice me, then
Yes, please do enlighten me on what that plan is. That grand plan of new world where he would lead the people better than anyone else. And she's gonna make a grimace as if how disgusted she is by the whole thing.
look, I'm as disgusted as you are by that. I can't imagine him taking over.
Could have warned me that your father is such a psychopath. I don't know.
I ran away. You was kind of self-explanatory, but I don't blame you or anything. I hope you don't take it that way. I
I
didn't
just
care
wish
for
I
him.
knew.
Right.
He dared make it sound like he actually cared about you. Can you imagine?
Yeah. I'm glad that someone cares about me still. A little bit.
Liliana will avoid his eyes at that comment, like kind of look around the room. Just
Mhm.
he was quite rude. I hope he stays in that dungeon, but he sounded pretty confident. But he sounded pretty confident about a lot of things that make no sense, so there is more going on than I know. And it is out of my position to gather that kind of information.
What's stopping you? That's not the little I know.
She'll look at him curiously. The girl you once knew is long gone, you know that, right?
He kind of, you kind of see him break a little bit, when you say that, and he goes, "I know, but
Like, he's actually hurt by that,
yes," and you can
visibly.
tell because of your insight that you got.
Fuck. Fuck. She'll get a little bit closer to him,
I
kind of
want you
analyzing his face. Yeah.
to be stronger, and not even just stronger. I want you to be who you were before, and not. I don't want you to be what you became that night, that day.
Her usual face is completely broken off. At this point, she's looking sad. Actually, sad and nostalgic to a degree. She'll
Mhm.
look straight into his eyes. She'll place her hand on his cheek. And she'll ask softly, unlike her usual tone,
Mhm.
Kai, why'd you leave me that day?
I needed to be cut off from a lot of things in order to keep the people safe with or closest to me. If I didn't, then I couldn't attain the stuff I needed to make this so. And in the process, I hurt someone close to me.
I don't understand.
One day you will. And whether it's while I'm here or when I'm dead, I want you to know that what happened that day was not your fault.
Fuck. Liliana will look a little bit stunned. Then she'll feel something weird on her face. She'll lift her hand and put it on her cheek, look down back on her hand,
Mhm.
and see that she's crying. And she'll look rather
Aw.
surprised at the revelation.
He sees you start to tear up a bit, and he's gonna walk up closer to you.
I'll punch him.
And he, as I said, I'm here for you to whatever capacity that is. I know that I have done a lot of bad, and one day I hope that, regardless of what I've done, you'll forgive me. But I want you to move on from that day. Promise me that.
I. I will try my best.
Thank you.
But I need you to let me in as well.
I've always been here.
I cannot help you if I don't know what you're dealing with. Let me help.
I will. There are a few steps I still have to take, but letting and telling you this all this now has been a giant load off my chest.
Look, I'm sorry about your father.
Don't be.
He said that you were special. What does he mean?
You know the myth of, or the mythos of Atlas and Tulak, man-made gods who
I do.
came to power themselves. Um,
What does
let's
that
just
have to
say
do with them?
once upon a time, the god known as Seon that was uh, in the world was split, and he is now in several parts, and one of those, he looks at himself for a second. One of those parts is in me, and
Liliana thinks for a moment. I knew I didn't believe in coincidences. On that day when you left, and when she looks at her back, lost my wings. It was Stillock who gave me this power. I have been following him since.
I think when you get the chance, you should talk to them more. Never know what you'll find out from a old bag.
We are the old bags now. And she chuckles a
Are
little bit.
we?
Well, I wish to, but his brother Atlas seems to be quite protective, in a most unpleasant way. I do not like him.
Personally, I'm not a fan of either of them, but that's just me. He reaches up to your face and wipes the tear. As for this new discovery of yourself today, I want you to work on reinventing yourself.
Isn't it far too late for me?
It's never too late to change. But also, it's never too late to stay the same for the ones you love.
She'll look down and think about this for a moment. What are you suggesting, Kai?
Well, Lil, I want you to relive that moment and try and fully remember what happened that night. Maybe there's something that you missed.
Is it really so hard to just tell me?
If I tell you, then what's the point in all this anyways, then?
You know what really hurt me that day? It wasn't that power killing everyone in the camp. It wasn't when I thought I saw you walking dead. It was earlier that day, when you left.
I was weak.
We were both weak. I still am weak.
On the contrary, You have always been strong. You always will be.
You know that's not right. A
Not
failed
right or
soldier, a, f- a failed soldier and a failed cleric, everything. Healer. Everything I've tried. I have failed at. All
yet
I
you're
seem
still
to be
here.
good at is being. What was it that your father called me? Ah, yes. Rovin's bitch.
Damn.
Yeah. I have to say, out of all the things, I don't agree with that, but I also don't agree with where you've put your morals.
You do
But
not
I
agree
can't
with him? Rovin, that is.
to a degree, but I can't judge really because I was the one who left.
I am not talking about this. I see him as a good leader for Maliwan. Far better than Nevar.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
vast
and
improvement.
don't don't act. I don't take this as me swaying you towards anything. I just don't approve of the man that you're with. That's all.
I'm with? Interesting. I haven't seen myself as being with a man for, well, 60 years, I suppose.
Oh. Well, then I guess the feeling is mutual as he slowly pulls on the glove that he has on his left hand as he pulls it off and reveals the ring.
His
Uh,
ring?
yes.
Mm. Um, Liliana will look a little bit guilty, but her eyes will dart towards her bedside table where there's a box.
Hmm.
I see.
I haven't taken it off since. It's a reminder of things.
I
Oh shit.
cannot say the same about myself.
I
I
know. I again don't judge you for
You are dead,
how
Kai.
you. I know. I you don't have to make any excuses on my behalf. I know what I did.
But calling this a relationship is not exactly what it is. I'm not innocent either in what I have done. I have played the role of politician for a long time now. It
Would you like to get
comes.
out of the life of a politician then?
You know what is good about politics, Kai?
What's that?
You can still make a difference, but you never have to go to a battlefield ever again.
Interesting.
Those years after you left on the battlefield, I. She looks down. I lost myself then. I made horrible things. I killed so many people just to gain even a little bit of hope and favor in our side.
Mm-hmm.
All these soldiers, I sent them all to their deaths, fully knowing what they would face. I do not wish to do that ever again. I would
Neither
rather
do I.
I would rather drink wine and be merry with those fake people and wear on a mask forever and sleep with all of them if I had to get my way so that those soldiers don't ever have to die on the battlefield again.
I see. Then how about rekindling those rekindling that feelings you had before then?
Feelings, Kai? I've long forgotten how to feel.
Maybe you just need the right person to bring them back then.
And she'll kind of touch her face where her tear was, kind of questioning her resolve at this point.
He's going to shift his face. To Caden.
She'll chuckle a little bit. You did always have a flavor for the dramatic.
But still. As I said, I still care about you, Lil.
She'll once again avoid his gaze, kind of looking to the side, one hand kind of holding her elbow on the side, kind of locked down a little bit awkward. I think you should go.
If that's your wish, then I will. But you know how to get a hold of me, okay?
She'll hold onto her hand even tighter, kind of clutching it a little bit. She's clearly thinking very hard about this, kind of looks a little bit antsy and kind of holding herself very tightly. Just before he leaves the room, tries to leave, she'll grab his hand and pull him back.
Okay.
Looked like she was about to say something, but instead she'll just go in for a kiss, if that's okay, DM.
Okay. Nope, that is fine. He as you pull him back and he starts to like turn towards you, and as you go to like close your eyes to kiss him, he realizes what's happening and goes in for the kiss as well.
Nice.
Oh yeah, now fade to black.
No,
Oh,
no, no,
yeah.
no, no,
No. Describe everything.
And after that kiss, which is gonna be a long kiss,
Mm-hmm.
she's gonna be really flustered and very confused look on her face, and then she'll push him out of the door and close the door. Super
Okay.
tsundere move. God damn.
Okay.
Why am I tsundere again?
Well, if you allow, as Yona walks into Rook's room to bunk with him, Rook will look to Yona and announce loudly, "So, Yona, what are you covered in?"
I take care of my skin. Like I had a bad rash. This helps.
I often get rashes as well. Perhaps I can borrow it sometime.
Yeah, I can help you out later if you want.
Wonderful. Perhaps you can put it on my back. I have trouble reaching. as he tries his
Absolutely.
best to reach as much of his back as he can, but just like bodybuilders, he can't really reach his back.
I got your back.
Good, now I have yours. And Rook will turn
I'm
around
glad.
on the floor and hunch his shoulders forward, say, "Go ahead, oil me up."
All right.
You hear a knock at your door.
Come
Uh-oh.
in. We're having a party.
Okasan barges in like he owns the place.
Yes, music. Exactly what we needed.
Oh,
He's gonna ignore both of you, go over to the corner of the room, flop down in a pile of feathers, and loudly play the bagpipe until he just passes the fuck out and goes to sleep.
perfect soundtrack for the oiling of the rook.
Wonderful.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Rook, you feel your back is well, it has no grip anymore. So
Can you make my token bigger, Mr. DM?
yeah, I don't know why I'm so big.
Yeah, Nona is just really big.
I'm just swole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now we're both swole. All right, barbarian power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you stiff, Rook? You want me to press in here?
Press
Just to-
harder. I can't feel it.
All right. She punches him under the shoulder blade or something.
Rook uses Goliath resistance to absorb all the damage
Mhm.
Okay.
of being punched in the back.
You hear a little crack.
And of course, a sound because of all the oil.
Yeah. Splash.
Good. Now slap me really hard right in the middle.
She slaps your ass.
He's saying this loudly enough for adjacent rooms to hear.
Oh my
She
god,
slaps
poor
your ass
Vera.
with an oily hand.
Whoa,
I
higher,
got, yeah,
higher.
poor Vera. She's just sitting there like, I talked to this man not too long ago, and he asked me to take him on a spirit journey.
And now I hear him getting oiled up. The sound of
Mhm.
bagpipes in the next
Mhm.
room. What is
Mhm.
And
going on?
slapping.
Beautiful.
Oh, it feels wonderful. As Rook will take the oil and begin to lather up his chest as he looks to Yona and then Oksan. So, Bird, are you asleep yet, or?
I don't know, maybe. Kick me.
Kick you? Really?
No!
Oh,
I'm
okay.
tiny.
Does Cookie have Sarai on her? Did we ever give her any?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so, yeah.
We all provided some, in fact, if I recall.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say Okasan's probably still awake.
You there, Bird. What
Pretty
is
bird.
that instrument?
Bag.
Yes, bag. And it seems to have, what are those, tubes in it? Is it a bag tube, or maybe a tube bag?
Bag.
Bag. Well, you play it well. Tell me, can you play other bags?
You see Okasan for the first time actually get emotion on his face as he has an existential crisis over whether or not he can play other kinds of bags.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Come, let's try it. And Rook will produce a small bag from his much larger sack that he carries a bunch of random shit in, basically. And he'll just hand it over to Oksan. It's a small leather bag. Here, try to play this.
Oh, I wonder what that sounds like.
If you give Okasan like an hour of crafting, he's gonna make a miniature bagpipe and start playing that.
Oh my god.
Play
Aw.
it now.
Okay, so he just starts playing his mini bagpipe. You're never getting this bag back.
Amazing.
What a
Little
beautiful
high-pitched
melody.
bagpipe.
He can't tell you why it works or how he knows how to do this, but he can turn pretty
This.
much any bag into a bagpipe.
This is amazing. May I keep it?
Okasan's gonna slap your hands away.
No,
Like, no, it's his now.
Rook will stroke his beard in thought, and then produce some rations from the bag. Will you trade?
Ooh.
They're dried crackers and things
Mm.
pigeons would love.
Okasan's gonna hold up his worn down piece of chalk and give you like a gimme hand.
Rook will
Mhm.
shake his head and point to the mini bagpipe that Oksan just made. And then pull out another thing of rations, offering 2 rations.
Should I bring the leftovers from the kitchen?
It might help. This will be a difficult interrogation indeed.
Okasan's going to point to the chalk again and then hold his hand out to you.
You know what? Yona, hold him
Yeah.
still. I'm just gonna take the damn thing.
Yona sits in front of Okasan.
As you come
Oh.
towards Okasan with any kind of animosity, I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level within the room.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
Yona approaches.
Oh, okay, so
Just
you
an
guys can make Constitution.
explosion emitting around me.
Is there a save or is it just like
Yeah, you have to make
PC
Constitution saving
11,
throw.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, don't fail, don't fail. That'd be fun.
Oh
to watch.
my god!
I mean, it's nothing like to kill you, but like it'd be very much like
well 14 because I have advantage because I see it.
yeah.
I'm just
Ooh.
gonna keep my first roll because I made it.
God
Do they
damn.
get... You
We
take
made it,
half
so we can-
damage.
6 damage. And
Yeah.
we're oiled, so hyperconductive.
Oh no.
So you take full damage.
We take
Oh,
full
God.
damage actually.
Oh no. So
Fuck!
as he zaps us with lightning, it just
What a-
Oh
kind of
my god!
What a
spreads
play.
across the oil
Oh
and
my god!
wraps around Rook's body as he
Okasan's
back.
now
Fart.
puffed out all of his feathers, and he's making a defensive display that birds do when they're angry, where he puffs out everything to make him look bigger.
Rook
Which is
Oh my
funny because he's
God.
like 4 foot.
Funny enough, Rook is responding by mimicking Oksan's movements from earlier at the ball and putting his arm in front of his face and putting his head down, showing submission.
Aren't you still shaking from the shock? Oh my
Oh
god!
yeah.
Yona is just shocked standing still in front of you, blinking
Oh my
slowly.
god!
Can you do it again?
Okasan's gonna hold his hand out again, point at his palm, pretty much shove the chalk in your face, and then, very gargled out, he's gonna say more.
Yona is gonna reach for the chalk, grab it, look at Rook. Do you have any more?
More chalk? Yes, I do, of
It-
course. And he'll produce a full piece of chalk. It's
Okasan will
a good
snatch the
4
chalk out of
inches
your
long.
hand and hand over the mini bagpipe.
Oh, perfect. Rook
Oh.
will take it and put the mini bagpipe into his big sack of random shit. It's not even a bag of holding, it's just a big fucking sack. Like a big burlap sack just full of random crap.
Okasan
And-
immediately calms down and then stares really, really hard at the chalk. Decides it's not time to eat it yet. He puts it away.
Mm.
I
Yona-
recommend you don't eat that.
But the
Yona
moment
takes
you
a
guys
small
turn
bite.
away, you do hear a slight crunching because he does eat the tinier piece.
Oh no.
Oh, nice. Well,
Oh, I think negotiations went well.
I think so too.
Wow.
I feel refreshed. Maybe we should sleep on it.
Ooh, this room tastes like ozone.
The bird?
Oh,
Oh. Okay. I'll watch the door. You can sleep in the bed. I won't fit in it anyway.
Yona
will just
collapses
kinda-
on the bed.
Rook will just kind of collapse, sitting down, leaning back against the door, staring into Okusan, and drifting off to sleep.
We both snore very loudly.
Very loudly.
Damn.
Okasan, he makes tiny whistle noises as he breathes out.
Oh, perfect.
You guys
Aw.
are going like really snotty, like suck in, and then you just hear quietly in the room going, me, 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 me.
Fits right in.
And the room still smells like ozone.
Yep.
Still smells like ozone.
Amazing.
Amazing. That is so cool.
All right.
That was electrifying.
It was
Very.
very.
Um,
Yes,
can can I summon Cookie with the
Sardowiin?
yeah?
Yeah.
Like the way I imagine it, after closing that door after him, Liana would just kind of collapse on the door for a little bit and just cry for a bit, just let it all out. And then she'll remember what Cookie told her about the tears. When she cries, she'll give her tears. So she's gonna bring Cookie here.
Time to break in.
So Cookie, you think about Cookie as your
Mm-hmm.
and a blue mist starts to like envelop around the room in centralized into the middle of it, and Cookie appears from it. She
Uh,
looks around. She goes, "Why would you summon me into a room such as this?" And she's looking up in the air and hasn't caught your eye yet, like to see where you and see you yet. She's just looking around. And then she finally twirls about, looks and sees you, and starts to smile. She's like, "Oh, have you learned to feel again?"
Liliana will produce a small empty vial from her bag and she'll just hand it to her, not saying anything. And
She
looking rather
grabs.
grumpy.
She grabs the vial. You held up your end of the bargain. I guess I shall hold up mine. As she you see her kind of like close her eye really tightly, and you see in the pocket of her eye uh a droplet form, and she places the and the vial close to her eye and continues to let the water or the liquid fill up till it drips about 6 droplets into the vial,
Mm-hmm.
and caps it, lets it swished around a little bit, and then says, "Deal's a deal."
It's good to know you at least have honor.
I have no reason to lie to you. Have no reason to dissuade you of anything as well. So what made you so emotional all of a sudden? As she gets like a smile across her face.
Liliana will look clearly very visibly displeased at that question. The god Seon, you know of him, yes?
You got upset because of the god Seon?
No,
It's an
that is not
interesting one.
where I'm going with this. He's split into multiple parts, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
7 to be exact. And
7, okay. Then you already know that Kaiden is one of them.
clearly, considering the fact that I couldn't get him to stop telling me, he
Wow.
wouldn't leave me alone.
Wow. How do I get all the power to him instead of to the other parts?
Oh, clever girl. You are trying to rebuild Seon in your form?
That seems to be inevitable at this point. The real question is which Seon will be rebuilt. Am I wrong?
No, you have a very good point. Might as well go while the picking is good, I guess you'd say.
Watch your mouth.
Oh, what? Did I say something that would upset you?
You have a way with words that makes me angry no matter what you say. It's truly a talent.
I try all the time.
Well, you're very successful. Congratulations.
Wait, we're speaking of these pieces. We're speaking of Kaiden. Could it be that your feelings are showing up again? Oh no. I'm surprised that you're letting those emotions back in.
Liana is clenching her fists and not like showing any emotion to her. She's just with her usual like mask at like 10% smile, but you can see her fists are being clenched very hard. Anything else you'd like to add? I asked you a question. How do I transfer all of these? How do I summon him in Kaiden, I suppose?
Well, the original way to get the dark version of him, I believe, was that you would whoever you were going to put the power into, you had to you had to take them to wherever and kill the others is how you would get the
Kill the other parts.
yes. Essentially sacrifices. Easier said than done.
Liliana will think for a little bit. Ah, yes, this all makes sense now. Curious.
But I'm wondering on how the other side works. I've never actually thought of it.
Which other side?
Well, you were saying to bring in the good version and good side of Theon. It's just baffling as to how that would go. I would assume it'd be an outburst of good. So
Ugh.
whatever you decide that is.
Good, bad. This is just a fancy concept. I don't understand what the difference is.
Self-sacrifice versus sacrifice. Not necessarily killing yourself, I will say. I don't want you to actually, regardless of things, I don't want you to die. I know that
Hmm.
feelings aren't mutual, but nonetheless, I'm glad that you're coming to realize a couple of things. Took you quite a while.
You speak too much.
And you speak not enough. Your point?
So, how do I make it that the only Seion that comes around is the one tied to Kaiden?
Force the energy in some way into him as a conduit. I don't know per se. Like I keep saying, I don't know because I have never had to do this.
You seem to poke your nose in other people's business and know things that I do not. So I am asking of your knowledge.
Well, that's just because I'm smarter, but
Sure.
whether you can learn from mistakes and whatnot, that's on you, not me.
Mistakes?
Yes.
Very well. I don't have the time to deal with you right now, but I'll need more information on what I
Of
just
course.
asked.
So, is this a give-take relationship then, I guess?
If you know me so well, you already know that this is the only kind of relationship I can deal with.
She kind of looks at the vial in your hand, looks at the tears, and clearly,
Liliana will put away the vial of her tears, like, very carefully in her magic bag together with the blood vial.
Did you plan to have him make you cry in order to get what you wanted, or was it genuine?
Liliana will look up at Cookie straight into her eyes.
She's just gonna smile at you.
Look. You do not make a woman that hasn't cried for 60 years cry just like that, like you just did. That is not a skill I have.
But maybe you knew that if this kind of conversation and this kind of interaction came up, maybe you did it on purpose.
You know, your way of thinking reminds me very much of my own. I guess this is why I don't like you.
Girls gotta have secrets, I can tell you that.
Of course, everyone does.
Not everyone.
Sure. I have an appointment with another secret tonight, so if you don't mind.
Oh, do you want me? Okay, I can vamoose if you want me to.
No, you can stay here. I'm not staying here.
Oh.
And she will walk out after she's gotten what she wanted. She's done with Cookie's bullshit. And she's just gonna go and do what she said she would to Broven.
Okay.
Sorry, I know I'm taking up time. I'm just like,
Oh, you're good.
You're fine.
alright. She'll just knock on the door. Did anyone see me come in here?
No. There's no servants in the halls right now.
Okay.
And Valeria's in her room, so.
After she knocks and before he opens, she's just gonna clear up her face a little bit, like make sure there's nothing left on her face that might suggest that she's been crying. She's just like rubbing her face a little bit. Maybe it will look a little bit scratched, I don't know. Because she's using her sleeves and shit. Yeah. She'll walk in. My lord. And she'll close the door behind her.
Well, hello. And how might I help you this afternoon, this night?
That should really be my line, don't you think?
You have a point.
She'll start walking around the room, kind of having a look around everything that he has in his room. What's his room like?
Very immaculate. There's like not a lot of stuff around him. He's very much not a clutter freak where he has like a lot of things in here, especially since it's not his place. He just has like essentials, like you see like a wardrobe with like fine clothes, and they're all ornately detailed and have like the black and purple and gold aesthetic. You see different jewelry and stuff of that he normally wears.
She's just kind
You
of
also-
gracefully moving about the room, kind of, you know, like just playing with a finger around all the items, kind of touching stuff little.
So roll me a perception,
Okay.
because there's a thing in particular that.
Oh, wow.
All right. As he's looking towards you, but he for a moment takes his gaze off of you. As you're looking around the room, you see kind of underneath a bag of his, you see a paper. And this paper, is familiar to you. It has specifically your handwriting on it,
Mm-hmm.
which wouldn't seem out of the ordinary,
Yeah.
considering the fact that you write him letters and stuff
Yeah.
to update him on things. But you haven't written him any letters since he's been here.
Okay. I have an idea. Shit. But Liliana will pretend like this is all like she's clearly trying to seduce him right now. That's her movement around the room and just like the touching stuff. Then she will proceed with taking off her stockings.
Hmm.
Sit down, my lord. And she'll like kind of push him a little bit on the bed to sit down. And she'll use her stockings to wrap them around his eyes like a blindfold.
Okay.
We can play a little game. Does that sound fun?
Of course.
And she'll kind of start stripping him a little bit,
Hmm.
but then go away. Just kind of keep distance. I wonder how patient you are. And while she's talking, she'll go towards the paper and look at it.
And as you move the bag that's on top of it and you look at the paper, you notice that on the letter that you wrote, the notes that you wrote on specifically one piece of paper, documents a D'Amico.
What about him?
Let me quickly scroll to wherever you posted that.
All right.
Okay. It's the notes that you had on D'Amico, and as you are reading further down, you see that it's the shifts to conversation of Kaiden, or shifts to notes on Kaiden and his ability to shift into other people.
Those are my own papers. I never send them to him.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hmm. Okay, she'll go back to him. And she'll kind of sit behind him, lie on the bed, kind of back to back, like her back is leaning on his back.
Hmm.
She'll just lie down there and be like, "My lord, have I failed you?"
What gives you that indication?
Look, we all have our secrets. I am not prodding, nor am I poking my nose where it's none of my business. I respect your privacy, as much as I respect my own. I do not ask you for your private matters, and I expect the same from you. I know you have plans, and you are not letting me in for a reason, which is why I'm asking, have I failed you?
Not at all. If I tell you, you have to promise that you won't tell anyone else.
She'll then kind of hug him from behind, tighten the stocking a little bit, Of course. Directly into his ear.
What if I told you that I found one of my servants in ownership of a particular cultist robe?
Oh.
Yes, and it's an odd thing to ask you to be quiet on, considering you're a major part of it, but I want you to not bring attention to it.
Of course.
When I addressed the group, and Peps addressed the group, and he said to Rook that he wasn't what he decided, what he chose, he had proven himself to be, had nothing to do with his actual strength.
What do you mean?
When we got these messages from the king and queen to choose a follower or choose someone to go on this grandiose mission,
Yes.
it was, to us, we thought, what better way than to represent each city? But now, with everything coming to light and with the way the king and queen have been, we've come to terms with the fact that we've apparently chosen our sacrifices for our kingdom.
Lana will sigh deeply, kind of lean a little bit more on his shoulders, kind of almost resting on him, really. Like a weight off her shoulders taken, and she's just a little bit more relaxed. You know, it would have been nice if we found that out directly from you, rather than other sources. I know I'm not very trusting to begin with, but it would be nice if you trust me just a little bit more.
Does me not in this position show the amount of trust I have for you?
Perhaps. You know I only wish to help, right?
Of course.
So, how are we being sacrificed?
That orb that is in Malowin right now lays dormant until you die.
Hmm.
I
One of
don't plan
those people sent for as a sacrifice has already died. Does that mean one of the orbs is active?
it does, and that's not a good thing.
No, I did not think so. What can we do to combat this?
Well, for one, don't let them, don't die. Don't let them die. I know it's an easy concept, but
She'll remove his blindfold and turn him around to face her directly.
he'll smile a bit.
I thought you would ask me to die for Maliwan before you ask me to live for Maliwan.
What's worth the or what's it worth if the person that sacrificed died? What did they get? I
You...
wouldn't ask for a blind sacrifice.
That is good to know. I do not fear dying, but I do not wish to die in vain. If it's for Maliwan, I would, but I don't see how this would help Maliwan. In fact, I see it as something bad. So I agree with you, and I will do my best to live.
Then do so.
And
Perhaps the arrangement we have has been a little bit taxing. Not to say that I'm ending whatever, but more lenient, I should say, than uh, you having to tiptoe around
around what?
the ideals of just not being able to do what you need to without having special attention.
Do you feel like I need the special attention for me to do my job? And she'll stand up from the bed.
Not at all. I think that it is a worthy trade-off, and I understand it fully. An offering of trades of services.
I am your royal advisor, Rovan.
Mhm.
I am here to help you in any way you need. Perhaps I misjudged earlier when you got in power what you might need. If this is not what you need, then I shall not do it. But if there's anything you need, I will be here for you. You know that, right?
I do. And it's why I keep stating that I don't want you to sacrifice yourself.
I see. Well, I'll make it my top priority to live then. In fact, I'm quite closer to making my potion now. I'm only missing one ingredient now, and I should be able to get it quite soon.
That is good to hear.
Let's just hope it works as well as it does in theory.
Yeah.
It will need some testing, but I'm sure I'll get there.
Well, tonight um doesn't have to be the end of our arrangement by any means.
She'll
If you
smile at
still,
that and get closer to him, kind of like almost on top of him, really.
hmm
As you wish, my lord.
And as the night goes on and morning arrives, just as we end the session, you again
Vision time.
feel a
Well,
tremor.
while we are ERPing here, the world is ending. Classic.
As it should be.
Ground shake
Our story's more
Yep, nothing
important.
wrong here.
Yep.
twice as hard and twice as strong as before.
Oh boy.
So it's a proper earthquake.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't sound too urgent.
Right.
I
Right.
don't hear buildings collapsing. The castle is still standing. It's fine.
Still good for ERP.
We
True.
can go on for about 2 more sessions.
It's just a vibrator, that's all.
Yeah.
A really big vibrator.
All right.
Awesome.
And that is where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Thank you, and sorry I took up so much time.
Nah,
You're
it's
good.
fine.
y'all did a great job.
I got so much information though.
So
I'm like
wait,
5 pages of notes here. I'm getting the
Yeah.
picture now. I
I
kind
have
of
a
get it.
bunch of notes here too. But are you planning to sacrifice us? Is that what I gathered?
Sacrifice you? No, absolutely
Oh,
not.
okay.
The other parts of Seon. Is that you? That's not you, is
Not
it?
to our knowledge.
Not
no.
to our knowledge, no. Like, my plan is to kill all the other Seons until there's only the Caden part left. So that no one else can be summoned. Easy solution. I mean,
Okay.
clearly that's the most logical thing to do here, right?
I don't know. We haven't met the other parts yet.
I don't care!
I mean, you say that.
Oh god! I don't
But
know.
what if one of them's
Yeah,
hot?
what if it's like a baby?
Hey,
Oh.
I will
Oh my
I will
god.
say, not really a spoiler, but I will say you guys have met another one.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Yeah, I can guess who.
Oko-san, obviously.
God, if only it were that simple.
Oh, sacrifice the pigeon to the pigeon gods.
Look,
Oh.
I gave you so many good juicy fucking hints and information, and you guys didn't figure out shit. I'm doing a great job.
Wait.
Yeah,
Let me
you
think.
are.
Let me think. So you went around. You know the castle inside out. You went around doing stuff with chalks, like some kind of magic circle or something. You were checking.
Maybe.
Okay. You were checking the queen and king like defenses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't see the fucking connection between the feather and the gun. I was like, I was
That's a
so
misdirect.
look, I was so
don't
sure
think
that
the
was
feather
like
in
the
the gun
biggest
matters.
clue. No, I don't believe in coincidences. You know me, Bug. You know that I don't believe in random shit happening for no reason. There's always a fucking reason.
No, you're
Antoine's
right.
art
You're
has
right. You're right.
feathers.
It is a clue, but you missed it. You walked right over it and past it, and you never looked back.
Fuck.
So I guess
Oh.
you're just gonna have to wait until
Oh
the
my
next clue.
god! Ah! Wait! Are you Antoine?
No.
Okay.
Well, should we wrap up the stream?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I got really excited about the story.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Thank you for watching. We're gonna see you tomorrow for some more D&D with Rime of the Frost Maiden. And
Woo!
are we doing a late one again tomorrow? Is it at 10?
6. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's
6 EST.
6 EST. Isn't that 11 for us? 11 p.m. Okay, 6
Yes.
EST,
Yeah, it's
11
gonna be-
BST.
It's gonna be an extra hour, I guess.
Yeah, 6 EST.
Oh no,
11
it just starts
BST.
late. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
starts late. And I'm gonna see you then. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye!
Bye, everyone.
Bye.